All right, and we are live. Holy shit. What is going on? We have got the man, the myth, the legend, the showstopper, the icon, the main event, Mr. Chaos in the house at the headquarters, kicking it at Master Chaos TV, the headquarters. Yes. That's right. How you doing, brother? Welcome to the show.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I'm doing good. Just chilling here in the Chaos Cave. I got something special for the evening.
Oh shit!
I should have thought ahead and thought like wine, because we're talking kind of Roman stuff. But I decided to kind of go Oriental. So I've got some lovely sake here that I'm going to be sipping in my little dainty glass here.
Yeah, buddy. Sake. Cold or warm?
It's going to be cold. It's going to be cold. But it's kind of room temp.
Okay.
You know, and this will lubricate the conversation, at least on my end.
Well, welcome. I'm drinking. See now you wish me. I ain't got nothing. I ain't got no alcohol right now. Damn it! Don't worry. I'm gonna be good to go and set. But when Christmas,
yeah. Well, you're the host. You have to stay sort of on an even keel, right?
Monster Ultra Sunrise.
Ooh, that's good.
Zero sugar and 0 calories. I got to work on the fat stomach. Got to work on getting that Master Chaos abs. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what? You don't. I first of all, I applaud you. I know a weight loss is a struggle, and it's certainly a journey. However, you don't want to lose too much, or else the name. I mean, I know you're the pretty hot and tempting samurai, but
right.
There's a certain aesthetic to the channel, so just keep that in mind.
Oh man, well, yeah. Again, thanks for showing up today. Can you see the comments? You might have to switch over to comments because there's private, and then there's comments. That way, if any of the badass movie dojo army that's showing up, what's going on, guys? They may want to ask you a question.
Very good. Welcome, everybody. If this is your first time meeting me, thank you so much for joining us. It's an honor to have you here with us. I am excited. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah.
All that good shit.
Yes.
Cheers to chat for joining us. Let's see who we got here. We got Kim in the house. What's going on? John Martinez. The ruckus is about to start. Hell yeah. Merry Christmas, Balin. Trey Doe. Let's go. Movie Dojo Army Soldier representing. That's right.
Nice.
And Norzoff. All right. Thanks for hanging out, Trey Doe. Again, he's all up on it. No, let me catch up with the comments here. You guys are already in it. Omegon 32 in the house. All right, Gilbert was cracking. He's saying, "What's up, Chaos?"
What's up, Gilbert?
Yeah. All right, we got 14 people here already. Tribal Chief, let's do this. He arrived. That's right. Andre Atkins, what's cracking? That's right. Everybody's showing up to see the Chaos. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, I am honored. I really honored. This is my Christmas treat. I'm very happy. I'm very happy to be here with everybody. This is amazing.
Oh man, yesterday was comedy. Me and Jax B the Ripper were talking about. I mean, you popped in for a little bit, which was cool.
I saw that.
Speed Racer and Power Rangers, man. But today,
can I just say, I reference that episode.
Yeah, throw in your input.
I actually liked both movies.
Yeah.
I thought Speed Racer looked amazing. They did such a good job of making a live action cartoon.
Yeah.
It looked fantastic on Blu-ray. I can't even imagine what 4K would be.
Oh, I know, right?
Right. And then, Power Rangers, for what it was, trying to do a realistic version of that Super Cheeseball show.
Yeah.
Great. And somehow they got Bryan Cranston in it. Fantastic.
Yeah, he was great as Zordon. And despite our problems we said about both movies, we still both agreed that those scores were way too low for both of those movies.
Yeah.
That was way they're better than that. So because those scores on Rotten Tomatoes, that was ridiculous. 19 people in chat now.
Hey,
that's right.
Awesome.
That's right.
Here's the thing about critics and those type of movies. The critics that go to see those movies, it's not made for those people. It's not made for 50-something New Yorkers, who only watch Fellini movies. Now, I love Fellini, but the Speed Racer movie is not the movie for them. So obviously they're going to come in with their interpretation being, oh, this is garbage. And, it's not their movie,
Right. But then, you know, you have the movie dojo badasses, the army, and as well as us, we all have an open mind. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You're like, okay, I can enjoy this low budget B movie for what it is, and I'm still finding entertainment out of it. Or I can enjoy this insanely directed drama that's intense.
Yes.
Or I can enjoy this slasher movie. You know what I mean? Like, we have an open mind, you know. But sometimes, even though we have an open mind, movies still fail us, which we're going to get into today.
Yes, specifically the movies today, yes. And that's what I think is so awesome about fans like us and everyone in the chat, is because we can look at a movie and, you know, really come at it from, you know, as a fan, and not like, you know, picking it apart and things like that. Now, when I do a review on my channel, I usually like to pick it apart as a filmmaker.
Yeah, me too.
But,
yeah.
But I absolutely appreciate garbage, you know, because it's entertainment, and that's what it's there for, you know?
Yes. Oh, the fluffy gamer is here. What's going on? YouTube celebrity.
Fluffy, you know, we've never actually met, but I'd love to hang out with you one day. When the virus is over, I'm going to go down to San Diego and hang out with you and Cinestalker. I think that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, I'm going to get Cinestalker. Me and him have been talking. We're gonna be streaming again soon.
Nice.
You know, once the holidays are over, and then we got to get the fluffy one on here too one day. That would be a lot of fun for the fans. But yeah, I mean, here, look at the post. Well, you can't see, but the posters. You're getting a bootleg tour right now, chat.
Okay.
So we got Alias, Sigourney Weaver, right? Akira.
Great.
Right. Okay. Evil Dead 2, Electric Boogaloo, the Raid 2, right?
Nice.
Predator, the real one, right? Pacific Rim, and a little small B movie that was lost in time called Miami Connection.
Oh,
right?
Classic.
See the variety, right?
Yes. Well,
so
here, actually, I'll give you a tour of my office real quick.
Yes,
I've got a Paranorman poster. I've got a Scream poster signed by Wes Craven.
No, it's awesome.
Faster Pussycat Kill, Indiana Temple of Doom, and I don't know if you can notice back there. This is my giant Italian Army of Darkness poster.
Oh, I'll have to check it out
right there. Isn't that cool?
Okay, nice. And
then I've got the Bride back there. You see that yellow?
Yeah.
Right. So I got
that's right.
Right above me for a few dollars more. So a little bit of everything in the cave here.
Yeah.
We're kindred spirits, man.
Yeah. Let's have variety. Have an open mind, have variety. You'll get so much more, you know. Like a lot of people say, "Oh, I can't watch the Raid movies because I gotta read its subtitles." I'm just like, oh, there's no talking during the action, man. You're gonna be all right. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. All right. So, Kim is in the house. What's going on? Severio? All right. He goes, Phat Samurai Guy, how many posters do you got? Too many. I have lost count. I got a whole bunch. I got Conan the Barbarian back there, and I got a whole bunch in the garage put away. I got too many. All right. Well, thank you, Trey. He loves our poster selections there. Awesome. All right. 18 people in the house right now. That's right. Movie Dojo Army growing. That's right. Soon to become the Master Chaos Army. That's right. Omni Blast. She-Ra is here. That's right. We call it She-Ra. All right. Rare Breed. What's going on?
Rare Breed.
I got posters on the floor. It's all over the place, man. It's bad.
Can I say, Fluffy? No one chip challenge round 2. I literally died. This wasn't in the video. After I dropped Brendan home, I went to my house and I'm going to share this with everyone.
Okay.
See the video. I threw up and had diarrhea for hours after trying this one super hot chip. I'm good. I think I'm done with hot garbage.
Oh man.
Yeah, not for me.
Dude, people have asked me to do it, and I'm like, I think I'm good.
Yeah. No, not worth it, man.
I'm just like, I think I'm fine. I know Brendan and Danny did it. I think they did it. I'm not sure.
Brendan and I did the hot chip, and then they did hot noodles or some shit like that. Spicy. Noodles.
Yeah. It looked like Danny was hurting. Brendan seemed like he was good though.
No, he can handle his spice.
Yeah.
He's got.
I used to be all about the hot and the spice growing up when I was young, right? And as soon as I got older, man, I was like, I'll take the mild. As soon as I got older, let me get the mild sauce. I don't know what happened there.
Right. Well, it's funny. I mean, I've got kids, so whenever I order something, I know that they're gonna pick off my plate. So it always has to be mild anyway. So I've gotten used to mild.
Right.
But every once in a while, I'll throw a little sriracha on there just to juice it up a little bit.
Yeah. Copy that. Oh, speaking of food, I didn't get a chance to watch your video about that. What was that cheeseburger? What was that? What was that?
Oh yeah. Well, what's his futs? Mr. Beast opened a burger chain. He's got like 3 restaurants, and I said, okay, well, so because I'm doing daily content, so I'm struggling every day. Like, what the hell am I going to do? What the hell am I going to do? Yeah. And then I find out, okay, there's one nearby. Well, I'm going to try every burger that this guy has, and that's basically what it was. It was me and my little boy, and we're trying all the Mr. Beast burgers.
You didn't bother to invite me to this, huh?
You know what? Next time.
Yes.
Wait, let's do it. You know what? Here's what we got to do.
Okay.
When 2020 is over and the virus is done and everybody's vaccinated and it's all back to normal.
Yes.
Massive reunion in-person thing. Maybe we go to the movies. How about that? It's been a while.
Yeah. Right? Let's do it.
We got to do that.
Go to the movies. What's that? The Sexy Sumo has arrived. What's going on? Sexy Sumo says, feel the burn on the way in and then feel the excruciating burn on the way out.
Hey, I've got my own Sumo over here. He's actually my sidekick.
Yeah.
His name is Sumo. Look at this little guy.
Where'd you get that?
Well, he's going to say hi to everybody real quick. Hopefully you can hear. I'm not the weirdest thing ever. I found this at Party City, and so he's sort of become my little sidekick. He's always with me.
That's hilarious. Fluffy says we should do Hadassah Joe. Oh, I mean Jose. Best burger.
Okay. Let's do that. Yeah.
Best burger in San Diego. Really?
Let's do that.
We're gonna have to test that out. That theory. See,
I think that'd be great. I love to eat. I have a gluten intolerance, so I have to watch out for bread. But I eat meat nonstop. Well, I mean, I've stopped for this. Yeah. When we're done here, I'm gonna go back to eating meat.
Yeah. meat, cheese, and that's it.
Yes.
That's absolutely right. Rebecca Johnson, welcome. All right, 24 people. That's right. All right, we got enough people to get it rocking and rolling. That's right.
Thank you, everybody, for being here.
Yes, today. Today.
I'm gonna prep Tim.
Today on Is It Really That Bad? Streaming special today. Special guest, Master Chaos. We're going to talk about 2016's Ben-Hur, a remake to the old classic, and Pompeii, directed by Paul Whitshit Anderson. And I can't hold back. We're going to get Ben-Hur out the fucking way first.
Yes.
All right? So this is what I think of Ben-Hur.
To all you movie lover badasses out there, fuck this movie. Fuck this movie.
That's what I think. Yeah. That's one of my friends from Germany, Nina Lusig. He's a fan of the show. Nice. He's part of the Movie Dojo Army. He's seen the movie too, and he sent that video to me today. Yeah. So I agree. Now, however, we can agree to disagree. We don't have to both like everything all the time, right?
Right.
If you like Ben-Hur, if you like Pompeii, hey, it's all good. It'd be cool to hear if you really like those movies. I have a question though.
Yes.
You didn't give me a follow-up. You didn't give me a follow-up text. You texted me early. Hey, I'm watching Ben-Hur now. It's not that bad. I didn't hear a follow-up.
You know,
Was there a reason for that? But yeah, go ahead.
Because of the daily content, I'm constantly doing things. So I watched all these movies. Actually, I watched Pompeii in one sitting because it was shorter.
Right.
But Ben-Hur, I sort of watched it in pieces. So after I texted you, I watched maybe 20 more minutes, and then I had to go do something else.
Okay.
But yes, let's get into it. Should we just reveal what our thoughts are, or are we just going to ease in?
I'll kick it off, and you can jump in at any time.
Okay.
So I grew up with the original. Me and my family used to watch it all the time.
Sure.
And whether you're okay with the religious aspects of the film or you don't really like it, overall, pretty much everybody agrees it's a very well made, very well acted movie, and pretty much everyone agrees the chariot race is one of the greatest action set pieces in movie history.
Yeah,
bar none. And some movies it's hard to redo. There's been other versions of Ben-Hur. There's been TV versions, all that. But I didn't really want to bother watching any of that. I know there was an old black and white version of Ben-Hur. Have you seen that one?
Yeah.
That was pretty good too. So, so when I saw the trailer for this back in 2016, I remember going, "Oh, God damn it!" And the reason why I said "God damn it" was Toby Kebbell was in it, who's actually a good actor.
Yeah.
I'm gonna change his name now. Toby, fire my agent Kebbell. It's like, oh, Toby Kebbell's in a movie. Fuck, he's in a horrible movie again. God damn it. Have you seen him in Dead Man's Shoes?
Dead Man's Shoes? No, I don't know. I've seen him. I know he's like, I forget the name of the monkey, but he's one of the apes in the New Planet of the Apes, and
great,
fantastic in that.
Great job, but he did the motion capture. He wasn't in the movie, but he did a great job. opposite Smeagol. What's his name? Gollum.
Oh, God damn it! No,
I know, it's right there.
Chat, chime in.
Chat, let us know. Gollum, the actor's name. My mind is blank right now.
Dang it, him.
Okay, chat will let us know. They'll let us know. So I remember, Dead Man's Shoes was my introduction to him. It's a small. Oh, excuse me, almost knocked over. I almost destroyed the set. Sorry. It was a Andy Serkis. Thank you, chat. Thank you, Tribal Chief. I remember seeing him in Dead Man's Shoes was my introduction to him. It's like a smaller, low budget indie movie, but he had a small role. But his acting in it was really good. I was like, man, who is this guy? He's really good. And plus, have you seen his Black Mirror episode?
Yes,
he was fantastic in that episode.
My God! Absolutely,
yeah. And what's funny about what you said about him being, the motion capture for, Planet of the Apes sequel, right. He did the same thing in Kong Skull Island. He motion captured Kong while also being in that movie for a little bit as well.
Really?
I found that out later. I think it was pretty hilarious. But yeah, the guy's talented. He's a good actor. So he's just always in horrible stuff. So I was like, God damn it. So I'm not familiar with the lead. Have you seen him in other work? Was he at least in...
No, Jack Houston, whatever his name was. What's interesting. Yeah. By the way, Fluffy, I saw that comment. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate it. Thank you for liking my movie. Here's the thing with that guy. He feels like such a no face. That's what I call an actor that completely blends into the background.
Yeah,
I might have seen him in 100 movies and just never recognized him.
Yeah.
So they completely cast the wrong dude because he's such a blank.
Yeah,
that it doesn't have the charisma, of Heston. But
not even close.
No,
not even close. And I mean, the guy tried, but it was I like your no face thing. I love that. But when I looked at him. It was one of those. Have I seen that guy before? But I don't know who that is. That was my reaction. I was like,
right.
Anyway. And then I was like, okay, number one, this doesn't look great. The trailer, I was just like, this doesn't really look that great. But then what made me go, oh, well, fuck this fucking shit was it's in 3D. I was like, are you fucking serious? Ben-Hur in 3D. I was like, okay, well, you just pissed all over the previous content. Like, okay, we're just a gimmick now. So I was just like, bleh. Well, many years later, right? It's 2020. 4 years later, we have arrived to, is it really that bad? And I was like, you know what? Let me give it a shot, right? Let me sit down, try to watch this, and try my best to judge it on its own merits and try not to think of the original, right? Let's just see, how is this on its own? Try not to compare it, right? That was my mindset. Me and Lady Fatblood both watched it. That was our mindset going in watching it.
Right.
By the end of it, The middle fingers resurfaced. They resurfaced because this movie, Ben-Hur 2016, aka Ben-Hur for babies. That's what this movie is. Ben-Hur for dummies. Cliff notes. You want the Cliff Notes to Ben-Hur? Here you go. So, dude, I was like, just immediately. On the original ones, I don't remember Masala growing up in the family. I remember they had a friendship. They were almost like brothers, but I don't remember him as a child being adopted and growing up with the family. Now, when right in the beginning, they're practicing chariot racing. They're racing. Ben and Masala are racing on horses, and we have an accident, and Masala carries his body back to the house. The mother's all angry. John Yun said Ben-Hur equals burgle cut. So any assholes or dicks, they're burgle cuts. That's my new thing I'm starting now. We're gonna.
I like it. Okay.
Yeah, right. So chat has been awesome, but any burgle cuts show up, you're out of here. So anyway, so he goes in there. What could you explain to me? Because this movie was this go 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 go. Rush. This movie was so rushed. Can you explain to me what the fuck the mom's problem was with Masala?
No, I can't. Here's sort of my backstory when coming into Ben-Hur. I love the original. On Blu-ray, all that kind of stuff. It's been a while since I've watched it.
Me too.
Great cast. Big epic movie.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the trailer. Honestly, forgot that it was supposed to be in 3D in theaters.
Yeah.
I completely wrote it off. I'm like, no, thanks. It was directed by the guy who did Wanted. And I'm like, I think it's
fun for what it was.
Yeah, he's a stylish director, but I don't think that he really fits with this material. No. So I was like, nah, it's a no for me. And then when you said let's watch Ben-Hur, that's honestly the first time I thought about this movie in like forever.
Yeah.
So coming in, had no expectations. I'm like, all right, I'll watch it for what it was.
Yeah.
Look, it's a big, epic movie. It's got great cinematography, great sets. Really, something I appreciate as a filmmaker is the actual physical locations.
You're knocking this over. Sorry.
Go crazy over there.
Yeah. Sorry.
Actual physical sets. Real locations. Real dust and dirt and grime. I go, I appreciate the mechanics of the film and of the filmmaking. And then the movie bored the balls off of me. And number one, I could care less for the two guys, Masala or Ben-Hur. Like they were so vanilla and plain and boring.
That sums up the whole movie. Vanilla.
Right.
Plain, boring. Yeah.
And like even Morgan Freeman, who is the definition of not vanilla, feels vanilla in this movie.
Yeah. Did you notice when he was trying to barter with Pontius Pilate later in the movie, and he's like, here's my money, let's make a bet, my guy against your guy. You could totally tell he screwed up on a line and they left it in the movie.
I didn't know. I'm not going to rewatch it.
Morgan Freeman. He speaks a line and he stops, and then he finishes the line. You could tell it was like, okay, let's do another take. Let's do another take. No, they left it in the movie. Well, anyway, back to the mom. Immediately. So anyway, it's like, let us pray for Ben-Hur who had the accident earlier, right?
Right.
So they go pray. He's grown up in the Roman Empire, Masala. So he prays to their gods, right? And she immediately comes in and like gets all angry. And she's all like, that's not the right God to pray to. And I'm like, wait a minute, who are we supposed to like and not like? That's usually what the Romans do to the Christians.
Right.
Like, what is this? Like, and then the sister, was it Tirza? Tirza, right?
I don't remember.
Yeah, you just watched it?
Like,
you don't remember. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, I totally get it. So she's got the hots for Masala, right?
Right.
She wants some kibble. She wants some kibble and bits.
Damn it. I was just gonna say that.
and then immediately the mom's like, I need help. Are you wounded? Are you pregnant? What do you need help with? Like, is she sick? I need help. But she just is making some shit up to bring the sister away from Masala, and she's like walking away with her daughter, like, I don't want you talking to him. He's one of those. Oh, he was adopted into the family. Did you not get the memo? Were you gone for a long time and he was adopted and then you just arrived back home, Mom? Immediately I was annoyed with the mom. I was like, what is this bitch's problem? So far, up to this point, Masala's cool. We don't have any issues with Masala yet.
Right.
And I'm like, what is going on? So anyway.
I'll tell you what's going on.
Okay.
It's called rewrites. You know,
okay.
when you make a movie like this, first of all, when I came into this, I honestly had no idea that I was watching a faith film. I mean, yes, the story is Jesus plays a part.
Right.
But I completely forgot Jesus was in this movie at all.
They remind you.
Oh, they remind you. Like, wait a minute. Fucking Jesus? And then I remembered, oh, right. I guess there is a little bit. But anyway, rewrites happen when you're trying to make a big movie. And they're like, okay, so we need to establish this, and this. Oh, well, that's not going to happen organically in the story. Because why would the characters act that way? They go, no, we don't have any time. And this scene, she's got to be a bitch. And this scene, she's got to be nice. And it's like, from experience, it is frustrating. I don't blame the writers. I blame the producers, which, by the way, Roma Downey's a producer. She was touched by an angel, and she made this movie. Crazy, right?
Wow. It's starting to make sense a little bit now.
Yes. Yeah,
but
it's 100% just a face movie.
Right. It still doesn't make for wonderful viewing. So then out of nowhere, we go from that to Ben-Hur getting better, Ben-Hur talking to Masala and going, hey, my sister's got the hots for you. She wants your kibble and bits. Hey, why don't you go talk to her? No, man, I can't go talk to her because you grew up in the rich family household. You're a prince. I ain't got no money, man, so I ain't got no name. I ain't gonna get no money, so I'm gonna prove myself. So I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna ditch the bitch. I'm gonna leave, go fight in wars, right? And then come back and make a name, and then she'll love me then. I'm like, and then like what, 5 minutes later, or it felt like 7 minutes have passed, and now he has gone up in the rankings.
Yeah,
he's gone up in the rankings, and then all of a sudden they meet each other again, and it was like this big moment. I'm like, motherfucker, you just left him like 7 minutes ago to the viewer.
Yeah,
but no, let's go. And I'm just like, oh, but the Jesus thing. As soon as I saw a carpenter, right? And then he looks up and he starts giving some words of wisdom to Judah, Judah, you know, he has a lot of doubt the whole movie. And then later later in 5 seconds, he gets his faith with, oh my God, we were losing it at the end of this movie. Me and Leah Fat Blood was losing it.
Oh man.
So, and I instantly knew that was Jesus. I instantly knew. But no, it's like the audience is dumb. Hey, chat, you're dumb. The producers that made this movie said, hey, chat is dumb. So you have to constantly remind them that, hey, that's Jesus. Like, it was like, I'm sure when Jesus spoke, he talked normally, right?
Right.
Sure, right? He didn't talk in parables and metaphors like he was the Sphinx from Mystery Men.
Right.
Okay? Everything he said in this movie, hey, Jesus, can you pass me that pitcher of water? I will. But will it pass to you? Will you accept the water? Like, Jesus talked normal. Okay, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
He talked normal. All right, but the whole movie, it was like, all right, let's take iconic verses from the Bible that he said. Let's just throw it in there because the audience is dumb and they don't know it's Jesus. And then they even made it worse, like out of nowhere. To us, the audience, he's okay, we kind of know that's Jesus, right? We get like one scene, and then the very next scene where you see Jesus again, Pontius Pilate shows up and he goes, out of all the problems and that we face as Romans, poison is what, you know, he's bringing over here. This Jesus.
Right, this random guy who's just helping
Nazareth.
Right.
I'm like, oh my God. We are not dumb. We are not dumb. Well, anyway, so were you more annoyed with the changes of how in the original, it was just a high official that got killed. It wasn't Pontius Pilate, all right, in the original. Did you It worked in the original. Tirsa and Ben-Hur were looking over the side, and Tirsa leans on the balcony, and she, you know, it was like a little brick she leans on, and the brick falls over, scares the horse. The magistrate goes back, you know, dies. He falls back and dies. Did you like? Well, obviously that worked for the movie because the movie's a classic. Now this version where we have zealots, which they're basically rebels trying to fight against the Romans. So a zealot, he gets wounded. Ben-Hur takes him in, and then that motherfucker decides to not be grateful for being taken in, and decides to, hey, I got a clear shot with my bow and arrow. I'm gonna go shoot at Pontius Pilate and try to kill him. And then that's what and he shoots. He misses.
Yeah.
The Romans think, okay, somebody in this house, Judah Ben-Hur's house, tried to kill Pontius Pilate, right? And then that's our movie, right?
Right.
Did you think that scene still worked, even though they changed it, or the original was better?
No, the original is better because it's a genuine situation. It feels like a real thing. Here, the whole movie is contrived.
Yes.
It's like, oh, we need action. What's going to happen? Oh, maybe there's a guy who's got a bow and arrow and he tries to take out Pontius Pilate, and there's like a big chase, and so they're not necessarily trying to tell a genuine story. They're first of all, they're pushing the agenda, but they're also sort of emphasizing action, spectacle over a genuine, believable story. And honestly, genuine story will trump anything. Not to use that phrase for anything else, but will trump anything.
That's right.
Forget spectacle, forget action, forget big set pieces, which we'll talk about when we get to the boat scene, which is amazing, honestly. But genuine human emotion and organic storytelling will always win out, no matter what.
Yeah, and it was so emotional when it literally was an accident.
Yeah.
You know, it literally was a simple, accident, and it made it way more emotional when his mom and Tirsa, they get taken in as prisoners. Masala's there, and he's like, and Judah's like, "Can you help us out? You're friends of the family. You're friend of the family. Help us out." And he's just like, "No, man, I came to you for help, Judah Ben-Hur, and I want to know where these zealots are, and you wouldn't give me their names. So fuck you and your family, basically." But but Heston's performance, he was just like, "But it was an accident." You know what I mean? Like, you felt that shit because that's how you as a viewer it was an accident. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But in this one, no, let's get to the next fucking scene.
Right.
So anyway,
somebody in the comments asked, Jesus was played by Rodrigo Santoro, who I'm sure I've seen him in something. I know the name.
300. Wasn't he the villain in 300?
Oh yeah, he was Xerxes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So he was Jesus in this one.
Jesus was in this movie? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, it was very subtle, but he was in there kind of like Easter eggs,
Sci-Fi Century's in the house. What's going on, man? What's cracking? All right. Oh, other people here. Okay. 27 people here. That's right. All right. So, anyway, so I'm watching the movie. I'm like, okay, I'm not cringing. I'm not in pain yet. It's just really fast. I'm not really caring what's happening, but I'm not like doing like I did when I was watching Hellboy 2019 Hellboy, when I'm doing, it was so much pain. I'm watching it like, this is horrible. I wasn't cringing yet. Okay.
Right.
John Barney says the Ben-Hur remake was a fucking dumpster fire if there ever was one. Sean Holmes is cracking. Rare breed. What's going on? So anyway, I'm like, okay, let's see where this goes. All right. So then he gets taken. He claims the blame.
Right.
I did it. They're not. They don't give a fuck. They still throw Tirsa and her mom in the prison. Everyone's favorite mother. Oh, by the way, when that first reunion, when he's like, "Oh, Masala's coming to dinner," right? The mom's looking at him crying. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
She's hated his ass the whole movie.
Well, and that's I'm gonna chalk that up to bad writing and rewrites and the director being lost, because it's like, okay, she had different motivation in one scene. Now in this scene, she's happy to have him, and the actors are like, well, hold on, wait, I thought I didn't like him. No, you like him in this scene. It's okay now. So it's just garbage because they're just making product. They're not they're not trying to tell a genuine story.
Yeah. And like, so anyway, so he gets thrown to the gallows. And you know that as soon as when he was rowing that ship, when he was in the ship rowing, it was in my head, right? Hitting the drums. That was in my head the whole time. I was tripping while watching this garbage. All right. Now, what was interesting about the original in that scene? What was interesting about it? Not just the army and clash and the spectacle in the original, but what was important about that scene? The relationship with the captain, who fucked with, his original name was 41. I don't know why they changed it to 61. Was really? Was there a copyright? Oh, yeah. Was there a copyright for 41? Why'd you change it to 61? Right?
That is weird. They just random changes just to say, well, we put our stamp on it because his name was John, but now his name is Pete, so it's different.
See? Right. We're evolving. We're making it better. So it's just, he tortured him. He whipped him. I don't like, I don't like how you're looking at me, 41. And then over time, they kind of, not a mutual respect, but once the war, once they got attacked, then Judah Ben-Hur he escapes, goes up there and actually saves the captain's life. The captain bonds with Judah and actually gives him his freedom and gives him status and wealth. He kind of adopts him. That whole scene doesn't happen at all. Guess what happens in the remake? You ready? So the 41 guy. That guy has 2 lines. Then he goes to the top of the ship. And then the war happens, and then Judah's rowing. He's looking out the side, and then all of a sudden, 41 falls over. He falls over. He's hanging on one of the oars, and Judah looks out and goes, "Die!" And he uses his own oar and knocks that guy and kills him.
Right.
Yay! Yay, movie! I looked at Eddie Fat Blood. I was like, well, okay, so they just changed all of that interesting part in the original. Fuck it.
Right.
Don't have time for this. Don't have time for actual character development. Fuck it. 3D, motherfuckers. 3D.
Right.
So that whole ship 3D CGI battle, did you at least like that?
Oh, I loved all that.
Okay.
Actually,
Okay.
I thought, again, coming at it from a filmmaking standpoint and having now watched the original in a long time. Okay. I thought they did a fantastic job. That is such a difficult scene to film.
Yeah.
I know they weren't really on the water, but with the close quarters and lots of action that you have to choreograph happening, there's just so much that you have to sort of keep track of while you're making a scene like that. That it's it's mind-boggling, and it's probably something that took months to film. Right. And I thought the effects, were on point for what it was
for the time.
For me, that's the standout scene, but only because it wasn't the only scene that almost made me fall asleep. It's like, oh man, it's another scene talking in the dirt. Okay, great. Yeah. This was like, okay, this seems exciting. But what surprised me more about the scene was that it was kind of so brief. Yeah. And then the movie just kind of backtracked, and we ended up back in Jerusalem, right? Yeah. So I was like, wait, okay, that was quick. And I felt like I think at one point he mentioned it's been like 4 years or some shit like that. I'm not sure if you caught that.
He supposedly was a prisoner for 5 years on the ship.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right.
I felt like
you would never feel that or know that with this movie.
It was never earned. It was just like, oh yeah, I've been on for 5 years. Yes, it was one scene, but whatever. We have to meet Morgan Freeman now.
Morgan Freeman. I don't give a fuck about this movie. I'm just here to get my paycheck. Oh, did I screw up a line? I don't screw up lines. I'm Morgan Freeman. Fuck you, pay me.
Oh, man.
So anyway, so now, he winds up on shore. Morgan Freeman finds him. Morgan Freeman was going to turn him in because he's a prisoner, but then he realizes, what's funny? What I didn't expect a connection with both of these movies.
Okay,
that's what the connection is. Not just they're both sword and sandal films. Not just that, but their other connection is both main heroes are great with horses.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That I was not expecting at all to be another type of connection. I was like, really? Both the heroes are like horse whisperers.
Right. That's
Basically.
I thought you were gonna say that they both have like wise black friends.
There you go. 3. There you go. We got 3.
The wise black friends.
Oh my god. But anyway, so he realizes Ben-Hur is the horse whisperer. The driver they had to compete in the Roman circus, he gets fucked up because he's an idiot. So now Judah Ben-Hur is doing his horse whispering. Morgan Freeman gets him into the race, and if he wins the race, he's free and acquitted from any crimes or charges. And I said the right word. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Okay. He's a free man, basically. So what? Blah, 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 blah. Now, do you remember how? Oh shit! What's gonna happen here when Judah Ben-Hur in the original? He gets a little bit of status. He gets a little bit of wealth. Remember?
Right.
Masala doesn't know any of this. He doesn't know any of this has happened.
All right. So like the end, right?
Right. So Masala shows up to meet. You think he's meeting somebody else. He doesn't know Judah Ben-Hur is about to walk through the damn door with the chain and the bling and status. Right. And the look on his face, priceless. The look on his face. The kind of the pissed off, I'm gonna fucking kill you smile face that Charlton Heston was giving him back, it was a great scene. Well, no, we gotta keep the audience awake with the 3D and the fucking shit. We don't have time for anything interesting. So guess what we're gonna do? Judah Ben-Hur is gonna become a vigilante, like he's fucking Mount the fucking Crisco, whatever the fuck Crisco kicking, whatever.
The Count of Monte Cristo, yes.
Yes, he shows up like a vigilante and tries to attack Masala and starts beating the heck out of him before other people show up. And guess what happens because of this? Guess what happens? Because of his act, Roman retaliates and crucifies like 60 people. Yay! Yay, our hero! Yay!
Real quick, just shout out in the comments. What movie? This one's for you. We all know you are the sticky butt, my friend.
Oh shit!
I'm glad I'm alive too. I honestly, I wanted to get that on camera. Me opening 35 Blu-rays. I wanted to make sure she didn't pull a knife on me. If anything, it would have made for good content. So
yes.
I hope you're doing well, buddy.
Brendan's always doing well, man. He's the legend.
Yes, he is. He is.
Sexy Sumo says crucifixions in 3D.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, even Judah Ben-Hur's wife is like,
stop fucking around, bro.
What are you doing? Right? So anyway, so now we get to this movie. I'm exhausted already. I'm tired already. So now we're getting into the race, right? Am I missing any other important scene?
Man, there's nothing important about this movie, dude. It's Ben-Hur
or plot. Am I missing any of the plot?
They were once brothers or like stepbrothers, and now they're enemies, and they're gonna race horses in a circle. That's the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so we're gonna fast forward since there's not that much more to talk about. We're gonna get to the fucking bullshit race. I'm sorry, Master. You may disagree, and that's fine. That's fine. I hated it.
Really?
I hated the chariot race. You know what I saw in the chariot race the whole time? The whole entire time, I saw nothing but a sea of fucking CGI dust. That's all I saw the whole race. That's all I saw. No, there's more action. It's a little bit more violent, but it's all CGI, man. It just, I could not. What was special about the original chariot race? It was fucking real.
Yeah.
You felt like what you were watching. People died making that scene.
Yeah.
You felt like, oh, that person's dead. Did that stuntman live? He got to be dead. It felt real. You were on the edge of your seat. This is 2016. How old is the old fucking movie? This is 2016. This is a big budget movie.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Now,
well, I'll tell you what.
Tell me the positives of that scene. Go ahead.
I'll tell you what. I thought the chariot race was probably the greatest moment in cinema history ever.
The original.
No, the 2016 one. I thought it was the pinnacle of cinema.
Wow.
I'm kidding, of course.
Dude, you had me there. I was getting nervous. I was like, oh shit. All right.
Over, right? No, I agree. CG garbage. Camera was all over the place. I couldn't tell who was who or what was what. You know, it felt like Fast and the Furious Roman. You know, it was a mess. And yeah, the original, it was real. It was those are guys racing horses, dangerously close. They could die.
Yeah.
In real life. This one, I wasn't worried about anybody. I mean, I knew Ben-Hur was going to win. Yeah. So it's like whatever. I'm just gonna watch this mishmash of CG and see what happens.
Yeah, I hated it. I'm glad you agree.
Yeah, absolutely.
All I saw was CGI dust. I'm like, dude, can we see the chariots, please? Can we see the racers? And then when you finally saw them, it was like green screen heaven. Now, I get it. They don't want to kill their actors. I get it. But still, if they can do it back in the old days, come on. And plus, yeah, there was no intensity. Here's a good example of how great the original chariot race is. I'm trying to remember. A friend of mine brought his buddies over. This is not their type of movie. And my parents were watching it in the living room. I think we were getting ready to go somewhere. We were going bowling or some shit, right? We were getting ready to go bowling. And they didn't care, like, oh, they're watching old movies, right? When the chariot race happened, they stopped talking. Okay? These are like young, like preteen, all right? All Sega Genesis, SNES, okay? We don't give shit about old Tommy old movies. All right? We don't care about that. They shut up. They stopped talking and sat there and watched the whole race.
Yeah.
And they even reacted. They were like, dude, did you see that? Of course, when they got back to the real movie, they didn't give a fuck. And they were like, hey, let's go bowling, right?
Right.
But and then now, with big budget, all these 55 million years later, this is what we get, CGI. Now, also what pissed me off, they took out one of the coolest, most memorable things about the chariot race. Take a guess. Take a guess what they took out, what they did.
Man, I don't even remember. It's been such a long time since I've seen the movie, but I'm guessing it's something involving boobs.
Well, that would have helped the movie, but
right.
Hey, he's drinking. Hey, chat. Master Cass over here sipping on that. He's sipping on that.
Some really fine Japanese sake here.
We don't know how this video is going to end by the end.
I'm already drunk more than I thought I would. But
see, now next time we do this, I'm going to get buzzed with you. We're going to get buzzed.
Absolutely.
All right. So one of the coolest things, not that it really would have helped the fucking movie,
right?
But one of the coolest things and memorable things of the original chariot race was the badass Masala's fucking twisted screw bladed wheels.
Oh yes, that's
How
right.
How could you leave that out? And he just pulls up against another rider. That spike thing, twisty thing, fucks up the other wheel, fucks up the driver. How could they not bring that back? I'm stunned.
You know, that's a good point.
Stunned.
This movie wanted to go like balls to the wall. So why doesn't everybody have spikes? Put spikes on the horses. You know, like put fucking spikes everywhere.
More weapons.
Yes.
Like
things. Yeah.
Road Rash. I mean, you know, Road Rash, the video game. But yeah, like I was just like, oh, I don't care what's happening right now. I don't care what's going on. I really don't care.
Absolutely, yeah.
And after that, tell me, excuse me, did you not laugh hysterically? You may not have. You may have been bored out of your mind. Did you not laugh hysterically when everyone's happy? Judah Ben-Hur wins. Everyone's picking him up. Yay, Judah. And he slowly turns over to see how Masala's doing. And the crowd is lifting up his... At the time, this is what I thought.
Yes.
What I thought at the time. The crowd, not the Roman soldiers, taking him off the track like the original movie, because he's an officer. He's a high-ranking officer. No, they're just going to let the crowd just jump down there, and the crowd literally is picking up his dead corpse, and they're like,
I remembered that too. I was like, what the heck? Is he dead? Is he alive? Why would they do that to a corpse? That doesn't make it
me and Lady Fat Blood, I was laughing hysterically. I turned over and looked at Lady Fat Blood, and she was like she was like stunned. And they had his corpse, and it's supposed to be this big dramatic scene. It's supposed to be this big dramatic scene where he's looking at his best friend's corpse or whatever. Right, and the crowd was like, "Wee!" And Masala like,
style.
Yeah, Masala moving like Bernie. I'm like, is this a comedy?
That's a weird choice.
Is this a spoof? Well, anyway. So that made me laugh hysterically. And then immediately when something gets revealed later, I was so angry. So we're going to get to that. So what happened in the original, right? After the race. Keep in mind, chat, if you have not seen the original Ben-Hur, at this point, Judah is still not on board with his faith. He's still not believing, right? Yeah. He already knows that his mother and Tirsa are actually alive. They're not dead, but they have leprosy. They're in prison they have leprosy.
Right.
So at this point in the movie, he walks over to see where Masala is, right? He goes, I'm talking about the original. He goes in there, and the actor is like in so much, the guy playing the character is in so much pain. He's just literally convulsing.
Right.
And the doctors can't do shit because his whole entire body is shattered.
Right.
And he's still trying to be a dick. He's still like, yeah, you got lucky, or I got the best of you. Ha ha ha. And Judah Ben-Hur walks over there toward him.
Right.
And he grabs him. And Judah just kind of holds his hand and looks. You get his eyes of hatred and disgust. The way he looks down at Masala. No, he doesn't have any sympathy, nothing. He has nothing. And then when Masala finally dies, he takes his hand and puts it down, drops it, and walks out.
Yeah.
That was the original. This was before the character found his faith and moved on.
Right.
Oh, we don't need any of that fucking drama. Because the audience, they're dumb. They're dumb. So let's fast forward now. And now we have the scene where, remember, we had Jesus in the old movie. He gets crucified. So now we got to do it in this one because, right? And, still they have to hammer it in that that's Jesus. We already know. So Jesus is on the cross. You got to give him more lines from the Bible. We know that's Jesus. We know. Okay? We know what he's there for, what he's doing. It's like we know. And instantly, in 5 seconds, this is how bad this movie is. In 5 seconds. Oh, let me rewind a little bit. Do you remember the iconic scene where Judah is like, when he's a prisoner, he's getting taken to the gallows, and he wants water. And Jesus comes over there.
Sure.
And what's so great about the original is you never see Jesus' face.
Oh, that's right.
You never see his face, right? He doesn't even speak. But, the audience today is dumb, so we got to have 5 billion lines and scenes to let you know he's Jesus. You don't even see his face, but I love that scene where he gives him water, and the Roman soldier's like, motherfucker, I know you ain't giving Judah Ben-Hur some water. He's a prisoner. He walks over there. He walks over there to screw him up, and Jesus gets up and turns and looks at him. But you don't see his face. You just see the back of his head. And I love that scene because the soldier's like confused. The soldier's face is like,
should we stop this? Or?
He's all like, why am I not kicking this guy's ass? And then he just walks away, right? Yeah. Of course, this version of that scene, you don't give a shit about anything.
Right.
So Judah tries to give him water, when he's carrying the cross. Then they start to crucify him, and then Judah's there, seeing him crucified. Now, what's an emotional moment, whether you like it or not, or if you're in the religion or not, storytelling wise, in the movie, it was an emotional moment. In the original, it was done right. But in this one, literally, I kid you not, Lady Fatblood screamed like in anger. She was like, "Oh!" She was like, "Oh my God!" I was like, "Yes, I know." All right, literally 5 seconds. I'm probably exaggerating, but it felt like 5 seconds to me. He looks up at Jesus. Instantly, has his faith. Right after that, they're healed. His mother and his sister are healed. And there was no dramatics to it at all. Like in the original, they were just like, all right, hey, I think we're better.
Right.
That was literally the scene. Like, hey, I don't see any moles on you. We're healed. That's it. And then right after that, Morgan Freeman walks in. I'll take those two.
Right.
Dude, there's like 5 scenes in 5 seconds.
Oh my
God.
God.
I'm just like, dude, you're. Oh.
Well, here, I'll tell you what it is.
Go ahead. Help me, please.
It's editing. You know, movies nowadays, they want to be 2 hours. At least, you know, that's sort of what studios say, because they say, okay, 2 hours, so we can play multiple times throughout the day. You know, if we're over 2 hours, we miss on a showing.
Right.
So this movie, heavily edited. Yes. I mean, I absolutely heavily edited. So the ending, as piss poor and chop as it is, it's because they're like, holy shit.
It makes sense.
5 minutes. Hurry up, throw everything in. What about if okay, right. Okay, so Morgan Freeman gets the family, but they're cured because of magic rain, and then everyone's happy, and then everyone forgives Masala. Everybody's good, and then Masala marries his sister, and all right, everybody's happy, yay! So it's just like they're watching the ending because they're trying to get that running time perfect.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Make more money, but that's
you're making it make sense. It's horrible for us to watch, but you're making it make sense why they made those.
Yeah. I mean, there's decisions that go into why a movie is crap, not just hey, wouldn't it be funny if we did this? It's
right.
Oh, we have to rush the end. Oh, we only have Morgan Freeman for 2 days.
yeah.
Stuff, you know.
Right. So the nail, you know, the screw, Masala's screw from his original wheel was in my side. No, it's in my groin, but it didn't twist fully yet until Lady Fat Blood said, I guarantee you Masala's not dead. I was like, come on. No, they would not. They would not do that. Masala was dead. He was moving like Barney.
Yeah.
Okay?
He was out.
They would not do that. Well, guess what they do, chat? Guess what they do? Immediately, you said magic rain? I don't even think that scene happened. I think they were still in their cell and they were like, we're healed.
It was raining because after Jesus died.
Oh, right. Outside.
It rained in the leprosy house.
Right.
They got cured magic.
Right. And it was like, and just little things bothered me. Like in the original, when he first finds out that they have leprosy, he freaks out. He literally runs out.
Right.
And this one, he's like, I'll be back for them. Really? Like, it's just... Anyway.
Right.
So I was just like, they would not dare let Masala live. They would not dare. And guess what happens, chat? So after they get together and all that, fuck the iconic scene, where Charlton Heston looks up at the staircase and sees them up there healed, his mother and sister healed. And the powerhouse acting. You don't even have to watch the movie. You could just play just that scene, and just the powerhouse acting of Charlton Heston's face as he slowly walks up the steps, and as he gets closer to his family, the closer he gets, the more his eyes start to water up.
Right.
Fuck all that. We don't have time for that. 3D, baby. So guess what? So in this new bullshit version, guess what happens? He runs back to see how Masala's doing, because apparently Masala's alive, and only his leg is missing. Really? After all that, it's just his leg. His rest of his body's fine. And in 5 seconds, again, 5 seconds, chat, he goes over there. Masala's like, I'm going to beat you. I'm going to kill you. Blah, 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 blah. And then he leans over. Ben-Hur leans over to him, and Masala's he's gonna stab him. And then he changes his mind in 5 seconds.
Yes.
And he hugs Judah Ben-Hur. Fuck you. Fuck you, movie. Seriously.
Oh, man.
And then the next shot. Remember, this is the guy that put your family in prison.
Right.
And got leprosy, was on the verge of death. This is the guy that condemned you to death.
Right.
And, you know, just to be a slave forever. But no, because we're stupid, we have to have him show up with the family at the end, and everyone's all happy and hugging each other. What is this movie?
Yeah.
What is this movie? And they ride together off in the sunset. What is this movie? You know what? I was like, okay, well, this is just generic. Let me get through it. Dude,
right.
I was not expecting me to throw up the middle fingers by the end. And then we go to the credits with some fucking bootleg Rihanna song.
Oh my God.
Ben-Hur.
Yeah.
And her driving around in the chariot. Like, what is happening? What is happening?
Well, here's the thing. That song was just sort of like that's typical of this kind of movie. They think, oh, we need a cool poppy song like Celine Dion. You know, we need something that people, you know, are going to play on their CDs. No one's going to give a shit about this. But absolutely, this ending, the whole movie, I was bored. And then ending, I was really shocked. Like, I can't believe this is the lowest common denominator of this movie.
Yeah.
So bad.
Yeah.
Every decision that was made was so lame and so rushed and not earned. And for me, a big one is you got to earn your goddamn story. You know, you got to earn your success. You know, Rocky earns it.
Yes.
This movie does not goddamn earn anything except contempt. And that's ultimately where I land with this movie. I feel like this is just a awful, forgettable piece of garbage. And well, that's, as you can see, the RT critics agree as well.
Yeah, and you know, John Barney says it was the only movie I ever walked out of the theater.
The only movie, wow. John, did you watch it in 3D? Let us know.
Let us know if you watched it in 3D. You know,
maybe the 3D would have been more interesting.
Do we have another connection? Was Pompeii in 3D? I wonder. Because it's Chat, let us know if Pompeii, directed by Paul Whitshit Anderson, if that was in 3D too. That would be hilarious.
That would have been a good 3D movie, actually. I can see how they would have been able to really maximize at least the finale.
25% is really low, and I went into this assuming that I wasn't going to like it, but I was at least going to go, you know what? Obviously, it's not as good as the original, but it's at least watchable. It's at least a little bit higher than 25%, maybe 30, maybe 28 or more, right? No. Fuck this movie. It's staying where it is. I'm gonna agree with the critics on that.
You know, for me,
I'm gonna agree with them.
It's not even a thing where it's like fuck this movie. I just don't care. I wouldn't. You know, it was one of those like I wouldn't piss on it if it was on fire kind of thing. Let it burn. I don't care. I'll never watch it again.
I did not think between both movies, the winner tonight pretty much is a film by Paul Whitshit Anderson. I did not expect that at all. I really did not expect that.
By a hair.
Dude, I couldn't believe it. It's like again, like you, bored, then annoyed, then just like, all right, not just end already. You know, I totally agree with you. But from you being a filmmaker, it's good to hear your side of it in terms of the filmmaker, because that does make sense. We want a lot of butts in the seats. It's a 3D movie. Nobody wants to see a 5-hour 3D movie. It makes sense. I mean, what you said makes sense. Oh my God.
Because he saw it regular. Okay. Thanks for chiming in. I agree. You probably would have, your eyes would have bled if you saw us in 3D.
It makes you wonder, though, what the fuck was 3D besides the ship battle and the chariot race?
Right.
What else would have been 3D in the movie?
Right, because it's just people talking like in industrial surroundings. Oh man, Morgan Freeman's dreadlocks in 3D. Oh, it's like oh my God.
So yeah, chat. Fuck this movie. 25%. I'm leaving it there. It does not deserve to be higher. You know what? This movie annoyed me a lot more than it should have, but if this score was lower, I probably would have said sure. If this score was 15, I would have been sure. 15%.
1%. Great.
Yeah.
On my channel, I review it as in terms of 1 to 5 stars. So I'm going to say Ben-Hur 1 star. It is completely useless. You don't ever need to spend any of your precious, wonderful time on this movie.
Now, Tribal Chief says Hollywood tried to push Jack Houston into a leading man status. So now we got to look up his filmography now.
Right. Well, let's know what the hell else has he been in. I mean,
yeah.
They always do that. There's always like a couple guys that they try to get.
He has that face, like you said. He's got that face. It's like, is that no?
Yeah, I think, oh, is this Joseph Fiennes? Oh, it's not. It's just another guy. Yeah.
Oh God!
I mean, he's not a bad actor. Nobody sucked.
They tried, but it was horrible material. Horrible.
Yeah.
Again, Toby, fire my agent, Kebbell.
Yes, absolutely. And look, honestly, Hollywood, if you're listening, because I know you are, boobies and Jesus.
Yeah. Sean Holmes says, "Come on, at least it was not as bad as Iron Man 3." Oh, it's worse than Iron Man 3, man. I'm sorry.
I liked Iron Man 3, actually. I mean, but I'm not.
At least there were parts of Iron Man 3 which I actually laughed at. Yeah. There was some entertainment. You have some. It's not a great movie, but you have some entertainment versus none.
And I love Shane Black writing. So I mean, even slightly, the new Predator movie had some good lines in it. It was a stupid ass movie, but it had some okay lines in it that made me laugh.
Yeah, I hate that movie too, but yes, I did like. There were things in there I did like. I do admit that.
Yeah.
But here we go. All right, so now it is time. It's okay if you guys like Iron Man 3. I have it on Blu-ray, guys. It's all right.
I love it.
All right.
Overall.
Okay. Or if you hate it, that's okay too. We're all family.
We're all human.
All right, so Pompeii 2014. We're going back 2 years. Chat, also let us know if Pompeii was in 3D, because that would be an amazing coincidence tonight. We had 3 amazing coincidences. So the best character in this movie, Atticus, in my opinion.
Yes, yeah.
He was the only character. I can't pronounce that guy's name, but he played Echo on the TV show Lost.
Yes.
He was Roadblock in the first G.I. Joe movie, and of course he was Killer Croc in Suicide Squad. But we won't talk about that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, great.
Yeah, I like that actor, and his character was the best part.
You know what?
Kit Harington. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say no. The Atticus character was the most genuine actor in it. Like, okay, I get 100% what's happening here.
Yeah,
and where he's coming from. They clearly understood what's going on there.
Yeah. So let's do a little switcheroo here, and let's talk about what we didn't like first. And then we'll talk about what some of the positives were. So you go ahead and take.
I'm gonna get my notes ready here.
Yeah.
I took notes because, well, okay. So number one, the editing. The editing was awful, just from a filmmaking standpoint. And like, look, Paul Anderson made one good movie, Event Horizon, masterpiece movie, and then he made Resident Evil movies for the rest of his life.
Well, like. At one time, it was very brief, but at one time, I was a fan of Paul What-Shit Anderson's movies. I mentioned this before. I was a fan of his movies up till, let's see, it was Mortal Kombat. I mean, as a B-movie entertainment. Mortal Kombat. I enjoyed Soldier with Kurt Russell.
That's a good one.
And like I said, like solid B-movie entertainment, right?
Yeah.
The first Resident Evil was all right, but Event Horizon, it's like somebody else. It's almost like he didn't direct that movie.
Right.
It's stunning how good that movie is. Very underrated movie. And it's just like people look at it and are like, oh no, Paul W.S. Anderson directed this. Should I watch it? I'm like, yes. Please don't let that fuck you up. But I think that's as far as it got, though. I think that was where it ended. Like the first 5 movies, and that was it after that. But was it me, or did it feel like this was another one where it didn't really feel like he directed this?
Well, I think again, you're dealing with somebody who's known for kind of like really high profile, big budget sci-fi horror type of stuff, and then he's doing something like Pompeii, which is completely out of his wheelhouse and what people know him as. Because he's never really done any kind of like historical thing. So here he's doing Pompeii, and the biggest problem is he's bringing his Resident Evil bullshit to a Sword and Sandal movie. Honestly, Pompeii's story is crazy, scary, and sad, and it could have been a moving, beautiful movie.
Yeah.
You know, it could have been something like, holy shit, this brought me to tears. People lost their lives.
Yeah.
Instantly. This could have been a very
Tragedy. A
epic,
tragedy movie.
One of the great tragedies.
Yeah.
But editing and the video game aesthetic to it, to me, is really the biggest issue with the movie. That it really feels like we're almost watching like Assassin's Creed Pompeii. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it doesn't feel like a genuine experience.
No, I totally agree. And you're right about the editing, because it didn't cross the line for me, but it was almost there. But it didn't cross the line to me where I got pissed off with a lot of the choppy, quick cut editing during the sword fights.
Right.
It was on its way there. I was like, stop it. Like, I was like, stop doing it. But it didn't fully cross. It didn't fully cross to where I'm like, fuck all these fight scenes. It was okay. You can watch it, but it was close, because there was like the first duel, practice training duel Kit Harington had with Atticus.
Right.
It was like one sword swipe, and it was like 5 different camera angles for the like what are you doing? Yeah. Just show the action. Jesus Christ. Show 5 movements and then cut. Like, stop it.
Right. It was like they had the editor from oh god damn it. Now what's that movie? The Liam Neeson movie.
Taken sequels. Yeah, Taken 2 and 3. Yeah.
Taken 3, where he's fucking climbing over a fence. It's like 800 shots. It's the same.
I got one for you.
Okay.
I got one for you. I'll send you the video. I'll send you the clip later. But we one of our Is It Really That Bad was Steven Seagal's Kill Switch movie. It's called Kill Switch. It may be. You have to watch it now. Watch it for free. Watch it for free. This movie may have the worst. There might be others out there that are worse, but this, as of right now, for me, this is the worst edited fight. This is the worst edited movie I've ever seen in my life in terms of fight scenes. You see him throw a guy out of the window, and it shows it 12 times. It's like, blah, show from the front, blah, show from the show him fall down, go this angle over here, like, what are you doing? But when it gets to the actual combat, it's worse.
Oh wow,
dude, yeah, it's unbelievably bad. But anyway,
I've given up on Steven Seagal movies, man. I honestly, after On Deadly Ground, I checked out. Although I did like Half Past Dead, but after that, I think I'm good.
Oh no, that's the smart thing to do. That's the smart thing to do. But in terms of editing and fights, though, just for editing fights, my jaw dropped. Like, I couldn't believe how bad.
Well, the main issue,
I pick you up and slam you on the table, and then they show it 5 times.
Yeah, the main issue now, from what I'm hearing from industry people, is that he only uses stunt people now. He barely does anything because he's so fat. He doesn't do anything.
You're going to see the stunt double the whole movie.
Yeah, like this. And then the stunt double, and that's why there's so many cuts, because they have to hide the stunt double. It's like
they'll reuse the same shot of him.
Yes, yeah,
like over and over and over. It's so bad. Absolutely. 36 people hanging out with us. That's right.
Hey, welcome.
Movie Dojo Army is growing. The Master Chaos Army is here as well. But yeah, so Pompeii. So you brought up the editing. That is right. Visuals.
Right.
CGI visuals. What's your take on the? Did they save the budget for when the volcano finally broke up? I mean, broke up when it blew up finally, or was it just as bad, or was it mixed?
Here's the thing. I understand. I understand that they have a budget and they have to be aware of where to spend the money and where things go. However, if you're making a movie called Pompeii, don't expect to 100% deliver that as a video game. You know what I mean? You have to give us some reality. And I feel like, especially the last scene, I know I'm sort of skipping ahead, but the last, the big race to save the girl kind of thing was just so I checked out immediately because it's so garbage. Yeah. It's like, none of this is real. None of this is happening.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with modern movies. I feel like I could still show my kids an 80s movie, and like, that's a badass experience. Actually, we're watching Die Hard right now. I'm showing my 5-year-old Die Hard.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's like, Die Hard will be the greatest movie ever made because it's real.
Yes.
Every gunshot is real. Every glass shattering is real. Him bleeding, that's realistic. Action movies now are so fake.
Yeah.
That sucks so bad for audiences nowadays.
Yeah, no, I didn't feel like anybody was in any danger.
No danger at all because nothing is real. Nothing is happening. He's just kind of on a green screen going like this on a horse. And it's like, no, fuck that. This isn't anything I need to worry about. Yeah. So CG ruined it.
Yeah. One of the negatives for me, okay. Now, he's one of the best actors going today. He is one of the best actors. And I love his voice. I love Kiefer Sutherland's voice.
I love Kiefer, yeah.
However, what is it? He's one of the best actors ever. But what is it when he tries to do an accent or tries to do something different? It's atrocious.
Yes.
Are you a fan of Dark City?
Yes. It's a great movie, man.
Chat, please tell me you guys have seen and enjoyed Dark City, chat. Let us know, because one of the most underrated hidden gems.
Yes.
Nobody talks about Dark City.
And that's a director that doesn't get any love either, Alex Proyas. I mean, he's so good. He did The Crow. I mean, he's amazing.
Yeah. It was fantastic, Dark City. But the way, Kiefer Sutherland talked in this movie was I channeling the old evil scientist speak when I from the Universal movies back in the black and white silent era? What am I speaking? I am speaking to the hero now. Hero, this is what we have to do. And I was just like, what is this? What is this?
Yeah.
And in this movie, he does like one of like super bootleg phoned in British. Like, I can't do a British accent, I admit, but I don't know what he was doing. Like, was he like, did he have a lisp? Like, what was wrong? Like, it was not just bad. It wasn't just bad.
Right.
British. Something in his mouth or something. Like, he had, oh, what a compliment. And it's like, when he spoke, it was just like my British is just as bad as Kiefer Sutherland's. You will marry me. It's like something like there's a lot of S's. Like every time he spoke, it was an S somewhere. Like, what is happening? Does he have something? It was weird. It was distracting. Like, what's happening?
I'm a big. I don't know if I can reveal it, but right up there at the top, I don't know if you can see it. Right above the bride, I have a signed Kiefer Sutherland poster.
Okay.
From one of the seasons of 24.
Oh, nice.
I got to meet him at Comic-Con. Big fan. I love him. I think he's such a nice guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
great actor.
I hear crazy things about him, on set and things like that. Like he drinks a lot and things like that. But whatever. I love him. When he showed up in this movie, I was like, oh, fuck this. No. Are you telling me he's supposed to be a Roman? I'm good.
You didn't like my lisp British style?
No, I was like, Kiefer, you know what? I'll buy you as the president, but I don't know if I can buy you as a Roman soldier or senator, whatever the hell he was.
He should have just pulled at Anthony Hopkins and said, fuck it. Or Sean Connery and said, fuck it. Everybody knows I'm the shit. Everyone loves my voice. I'm just going to talk, fuck it. Sean Connery, rest in peace, one of my favorites. He didn't have a Russian accent on Hunt for Red October, and no one questioned it. look at Mascazoro. Anthony Hopkins just spoke like Anthony Hopkins, right? Kiefer should have just spoke. He has a great voice, He should have just kept his voice. Not that it really would have saved the movie, but it was just weird.
It was just weird.
She's giving me a compliment. Like, what is happening right now? I guess it's at least better than this.
Oh, Kiefer. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I see everybody shouting out at Jennifer Connelly. Yes, she is so hot. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what happened to her. I think she lost a ton of weight. But if anybody's seen the movie Mulholland Falls is an old kind of. It was not old. It's like maybe early 2000s gangster movie.
Yeah.
Holy crap! The beginning of that movie. That's all I gotta say.
Nick Nolte, right?
Nick Nolte. I think Sean Penn. But it's like it's about the Hat Squad, kind of like what Gangster Squad was about.
Yeah.
Great. She's amazing in it, and yes. We get to see the goodies. So I'm a fan.
I've already pre-ordered the 4K right now.
Yeah.
Why wasn't that fucking shit in 3D? Ben-Hur. Anyway.
in a way, it was 3D. So,
but Elizabeth says, I just watched Flatliners last night. Yeah, that was a fun movie.
Great movie. Great. Oh man, I haven't seen that so good.
Dude, I heard the remake was atrocious.
We should do Flatliners the remake and some other bullshit remake.
Dude, we can do remakes next time. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do Flatliners.
Yeah.
Something.
Is it really that bad? It'll be a remake one.
I think that'd be great.
Kind of did one today a little bit with Ben-Hur, but yeah, I'm down. I'm so down for that. But yeah, we will discuss. Okay, so where are we at with the movie? So the movie is, Kit Harington, Jon Snow.
Yes.
The star of that wonderful, amazing, brilliant, just fantastic, one of the greatest shows of all time that now is completely ruined by season 8. I don't care what nobody says. I'm throwing up. I might do Game of Thrones giveaway and just give away all my shit. All right. I got my Game of Thrones rant out of the way. Okay, anyway.
Well, let's go back to that real quick. So I was a big fan. I love the show. I think we're on the same page here. But season 7 happened, and I was like, okay, I'm still good with it. And then I found out that people were starting to hate it in season 7. I'm like, well, I get it. You want to hate it. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Then season 8 happened, and it was just the worst version of every decision they could have made.
Thank you.
To wrap up the show.
Yes, thank you.
And I'm like, why?
Yeah.
They could have made billions of dollars off of this thing. Why not keep it going for 2 more or more?
Yeah.
And just really tell a fleshed out story. I mean,
yes.
you literally spent 5 seasons on like almost the exact same storyline.
Yeah.
And then they rushed the ending. It's very strange.
Yeah. And I was one of the Game of Thrones defenders, dude. Like I was such a fan that I was telling the people that have not seen the show, I was telling them, look, this is one of the greatest shows I've ever seen in my entire life. Like I was defending it forever. Right. And now when people ask me, do you recommend Game of Thrones? I go, nope.
Yeah, no.
And a lot of people, it's okay if you still like the show, chat. Like if there's fans out there, that's perfectly fine. A lot of people still defend it because they're saying there's so much good in it. They're not going to let some of the negative ruin, the positive. There's more positive than the negative is what the defense is. I get that a little bit, but unfortunately for me, it's like watching Terminator 2, right?
Right.
The greatest action movies of all time.
Right.
So much hard work and effort went into Terminator 2. When you get at the end of Terminator 2,
right,
Arnold accidentally knocks John Connor in the lava. Like, right? He accidentally does that. Oops. And then John Connor falls down in the molten there, and then John Connor does this. And then it ruins everything. It ruins everything, right?
Right. I thought you were gonna say Terminator 2 was like seasons 1 through 6, and then Dark Fate was season 7 and 8.
That would work too.
Something garbage. God.
Yeah. Could you imagine Sarah Connor like doing the iconic boom, shooting the T-1000, boom, and then she goes, trips over her own gun, kills herself. Hey, but at least the first part of the movie is great.
Right.
Man, it ruins it. Ruins it.
And look, it's all about the ending. 100%.
Yes.
Not only as a film fan, but as a filmmaker, it's not, they say the destination, it's about the destination, not the journey. They say it's the journey, not the destination. No, it's the destination. Why are you telling us this story? Why is it worth our time? If you're gonna blow us, we better come. You know what I mean? That's you know what I mean?
That needs to be a tagline, dude. Yeah. Like,
the best way to describe it. I mean, it's like they left us with blue balls, and it's like, well, god damn it. I
actually liked like the first 2 episodes of season 8. I was fine.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm good with it.
And it's like, well, you don't like it because it's kind of a sad ending. And no, if it was a sad ending, but everything made sense that led up to it, I would have been fine.
Absolutely,
I would have been perfectly fine with it. But when you have characters all of a sudden not act like themselves for no reason, I was like, what is happening? What is Arya's arc? Look, we're going to Game of Thrones rant now. Sorry. It'll be real quick. Arya's arc. She has a list. After their 8 years of this fucking show, 8 years of my life.
Yes.
She has a list. Everyone she's going to fucking assassinate to get revenge for her family. The last one, the queen, the queen of evil, the highest one on her list. She finally reaches her and shows up in the castle. Finally. And she went through the whole transformation of being a badass assassin and everything. She could do it all. She's invincible, right? She killed the fucking Frost King or Night King, whatever the fuck he's called. Whatever. So she's invincible. She's everything. She finally shows up to finish her list. She looks up the steps. She knows the Queen of Evil is up there. Right. And then she goes, this is after 8 years of our lives. She goes, what do I do? I don't think I can go through with this. There's no defending that shit.
Absolutely.
There is no defending that. And all of a sudden, the what's it called? The Hound. Don't worry. Go get to safety. I'll take care of it.
Right.
Dude, fuck off.
Yeah.
Why there's no more Game of Thrones shit on display? It's in a box. Collecting dust in the garage. Back to Pompeii. So
Pompeii.
Kit Harington. We're gonna call him Abs.
Okay.
That's his name, Abs. And what are we going to call Emily Browning? What's she? We're going to call her Baby Doll. Let's call her Baby Doll.
I would call her Flatty, but that's just...
What is it? What is it?
I would call her Flatty. That
Flatty? Flatty?
Yeah, here's the thing for me. She's just like, okay.
Sexy alien head?
Not to get sexist, but she's very flat. She's very flat-chested.
Okay.
So in this movie, everything is blown out of proportion. We got big sets and explosions and muscly guys with abs. I feel, and I love Emily Browning. She's a pretty girl, really good actress.
Yeah.
But I feel they probably should have given us something. I'm not saying like get Jenna Jameson in there, but give us somebody. Give us somebody that's like, oh dang, that's the girl that I would fight volcanoes for. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All I'm gonna say, her assistant was hotter.
Yes. Oh my God.
Her assistant blew her away.
Yeah, I'm like, damn.
But that's not what the movie's about, Master Chaos. It's about true love. Okay, it doesn't matter what she looks like. Okay, it's really true love. Okay,
the metaphor, volcanoes erupting. That's all I gotta say.
Oh my God! So Kit Harington is he's a Celt. His family and his family and the people they live with are all Celts. They're all horsemen. That's why he's the horse whisperer in the movie. Right. So remember, if you come across a wild, crazy horse and you're trying to tame it, just do this. Just don't look at it. Don't look at it and just approach it like that. You'll be perfectly fine.
We die, but it worked.
I think the horse was turned on by Kit Harington. I think the horse saw abs and was like, all right, this guy's cool. I'm going to hang out. All right, go ahead and get on the ride, me baby. Oh, this is getting weird. Is there something in here? Did you spike my drink?
Yeah, I did. I told Lady Fat Blood to put some stuff in there for me. Before he started.
All right, so Kit Harington's family and his whole tribe, they all get slaughtered by horribly bad British Kiefer Sutherland.
Okay,
this movie screams for an R rating.
Yes.
Screams with all the gladiator fighting with everything. Oh,
was it PG-13? I thought.
Yeah.
Really? Oh wow.
There's no decapitations, no arms were getting cut off.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. You see blood on the ground, but that's it. You would see blood on the sword tips, but there was no real like, oh, there goes your arm. There was no gladiator Braveheart and shit, Right. So anyway, excuse me. So kind of similar to Ben-Hur a little bit. He gets taken in kind of like a prisoner, but then he grows up to be a gladiator, right? So he goes up to be a gladiator. Now, here's the thing. This is 2014. Gladiator came out in the year 2000, I believe, right? It was close around that time.
Oh, wow. Yeah, something like that. I never remember years.
So it's just an odd movie concept to make where it's kind of a disaster movie / romance / gladiator movie. And I'm trying to think what sword and sandal movies were out around this time that were popular, and I can't think of any. Which is
No,
very strange.
this is very much an outlier when it comes to that kind of movie.
Right. But anyway, so he, it's basically, there's not a lot to this movie. He's basically a gladiator. He meets up with the best character in the movie, Atticus, and they kind of have a bond / rivalry thing. Right. And the whole thing is Atticus was supposed to fight one-on-one. His last fight, supposedly, he's supposed to win, and then he's free. Right. That's his arc, which was almost ruined at the end. And you know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna mention it. It was almost ruined at the end, unless it was ruined for you. So we'll get to that. He sees hot chick Emily Browning. She sees abs. She sees abs, and they give each other the googly moogly oogly eyes. She turned on even more because he's the horse whisperer. And she's rich. The rich magistrates in that area, Pompeii, they're kind of like in charge. Her father and mother, played by Trinity from The Matrix.
Yep. And
the guy who played Moriarty in the Sherlock Holmes sequel.
Yeah, Dumbledore's dad. It's Dumbledore's son.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. And it's kind of funny. You think Toby Kebbell would have been in this kind of movie?
Yeah.
You think he would have been in this movie, but oh well. He's got to be in the worst sword and sandal movie.
Right.
Fire my agent. Okay, anyway. So basically she falls in love with him, and then they basically, to keep a long story short, they fall in love because movie. And then Kiefer loves some sexy alien head. And he wants some of that ET hotness, and then he likes that box adventure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He like that box adventure. Sexy bonk. So then, he's jealous because she doesn't love him, and he's trying to. Her parents are trying to get in good with Kiefer, so they're kind of letting him do what he wants.
Right.
And he's jealous of Kit Harington. He's jealous of Abs. She's like, don't kill Abs. I'm going to be with you, but which is confusing because when she said like she was going to be with him, that obviously is what saved Kit. And then he went back to being a gladiator. But then later she's all confused. Like, you want to marry me? What? I'm like, you didn't get that from his offer earlier? Anyway, even the parents were like,
Right.
I'm like, Dad, you were in the room when they were talking earlier. You heard?
Yeah.
They were talking about. Anyway. So, but in terms of like cringe, usually in the bad Paul What Shit Anderson movies, you get that kind of cringe along the way. I wasn't cringing with this movie for some reason.
Right.
Maybe you can help me out of why. Like, let's start talking about the positives now.
Okay, well, when you're talking about a Paul W.S. Anderson film, he really loves spectacle, like I mentioned, and things like that. Right. Here in this movie, it's pretty much they're trying to do Titanic, but with Pompeii instead of a boat.
Right.
So they're sort of pushing this love story thing, which felt very tacked on. It didn't feel very genuine to me.
They knew each other for like a day.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, oh my God, I'm gonna risk my life for this girl who may not even like me. I mean, we don't even know.
The assistant.
Like, well, I'll save her.
Yeah.
That would have been great. I mean, honestly, this movie would have gotten 5 stars. Like, you know what? I want the girl with that actually has boobs. I'm gonna go to her. Good luck with the volcano. I'll see ya.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen. But honestly, he was given a different mandate. In this movie, he's like, okay, I want you to make a love story, but set against the Pompeii situation. Okay, well, instead of doing the whole movie as Pompeii is erupting, which would have been an epic movie, I think that would have been really cool, like, Towering Inferno or something like that, like a big disaster movie.
Yeah.
Or, San Andreas or something like that, but like an old-fashioned version. That would have been fantastic.
Yeah.
Instead of doing that, they said, well, half of it is Titanic and half of it literally like the last 20 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
Shit exploding and CGI mess and crowds.
Right.
So, that's the problem. What you have here is a movie that doesn't really feel like a Paul Anderson movie until the last 20 minutes. And then you're like, oh, right. That's why they hired him.
That's what it is. I think you nailed it. You nailed it. But Atticus, I mean, this guy, he's free. I mean, well, when the Pompeii starts to get fucked up by the volcano, they escape. And he's like rescuing people. Atticus is the hero of the movie.
He actually has an arc.
He like warns the crowd, don't go that way. There's a tidal wave coming. So he saves the crowd. Then he runs through the crowd this way. Little girl drops. He picks up the little girl, grabs her mom, and like he's the one that ends up dying at the end.
Yeah.
But, well, actually, I actually think that's another. Oh, sorry, spoilers. But I'm pretty sure with Pompeii, I'm pretty sure you guys knew what was going to happen anyway. I thought they were going to bitch out. I actually thought they were going to bitch out at the end with Abs and Sexy Bonk's adventure escaping. They were on the horse. The smoking mirrors was behind them. Pompeii was getting destroyed, but they were on their way.
Yeah.
They were too slow to fully get away. So one of them was telling the other, "Hey, you get on the horse." No, you get on the horse. To get away, and they both decide to say, "Fuck it, let's make out. I'm hot, you're hot. Let's make out. Fuck it." And they both died, and I was like,
"Yeah."
At least for that part,
I was impressed by that. I mean, because that's a choice. You kill your main characters. That's something that studios are scared of. So the fact that they said, "Hey, would they have to die?" Because nobody in Pompeii made it out, as far as I know. So they have to die. I think that was the wise choice, and that's
surprised.
Probably my favorite part of the movie is the fact that they actually made that decision.
Yeah, now the people who made Ben-Hur made this fucking movie. They would have lived.
Oh yeah.
They would have got away. We would have fast forwarded them having 5 kids.
Jesus, like a flying snake, and like taking them to like a candy mountain.
But Kit Harington was good in the movie at brooding. He's a good brooder. He likes to brood. But in terms of character, though, that was it. He's a gladiator that wants revenge on Kiefer.
Right.
That's it. And Emily Browning, I'm sure I've seen her in other things. She's not a bad actress at all.
No, she's good. She's really good. She's a solid actress.
What?
I'm not judging her just based on physicality. She's a fantastic actress, really smart. She's very capable. There's a movie she made recently that I thought she was really fantastic in. I forget the name of it. But she's a solid actress, absolutely.
Yeah, but it's just like you could have had Kiefer Sutherland in this movie, like he was. Look, I mean, we could have. He's in this movie. Look what happened. So I mean, think about it. The director heard his accent, and the director probably was like, that's Kiefer Sutherland. I'm not telling him anything.
Right.
I'm not going to tell him to tweak it or don't do the lisp, the British lisp, or whatever he was doing, man. But it was surprising. I mean, it needed to be rated R. The editing needed to be better.
Yes.
In terms of just action spectacle. What did you think of the main gladiator fight when the camera angles were going around to each like mountain? Well, not mountain, but pillar.
Yeah.
What did you think of that? What did you think of that?
I thought it was kind of an interesting concept of sort of recreating a situation. But again, sort of the same thing with Ben-Hur. The editing was kind of all over the place for me. It felt choppy.
Yeah.
It felt very much like, okay, I'm kind of getting a headache. I'm confused as to who, what's what. I mean, I knew the 2 main dudes.
Right.
But everybody else, I'm like, what's going on? Who's that? Who's being killed? It just felt like a Paul Anderson type thing. Just like, bah, look at all this crazy shit happening, Right. Like, I'm surprised he didn't use more slow-mo. I felt like he would be like slow-moing almost every second. But, it definitely was a miss for me overall.
Yeah. But here's my other question. Where the fuck was Mila? Where was Jojovich?
Oh, that's a good point. I was like, wait a minute, like, he's
right?
this actress.
She's in every movie.
Yeah, why isn't she the Emily Browning part? Well, I guess she's a little older now, but like maybe the mom or something.
The mom, yeah.
I don't know. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe she's like, I'm fucking done. I don't want to be in any of your movies. I don't know.
Well, apparently not, because she's in Monster Hunter.
That's true. That shit.
I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry. I told you that I was going to do the best that I could to review the movie. What I was going to do. Maybe I can, if you're down, I can bring you in on this later if you want. Okay. I'm not gonna force you. Okay. But me and Joe Valley from Media Glitch YouTube channel, we were talking, and we were like, because it would be interesting review because I'm not familiar with the game, so I'm going in as an outsider to watch the movie. He's obsessed with the game. He knows everything about it, so it would be different. Yeah. It'd be interesting. But we wanted to do a live movie review. I wanted to start doing that more on here, where we watch the movie and we just come stream and talk about it and rate the movie at the end. I want to start doing live movie reviews once in a while, maybe not all the time.
Right.
But we were going to do that, and every streaming service didn't have Monster Hunter to rent, except for Fandango. And the horrible thing was you can only buy it off of Fandango. You can't rent it. You couldn't rent it. So that means you're pre-ordering it when it finally comes out. So I'm like, I called, I messaged Joel back. I'm like, yeah, sorry, we can't do it now. He's like, no, but we still might do it later once it becomes more available because we want to talk about it. So if you're down, you can talk about it with us.
I had no idea that it was based on the Monster Hunter game. I thought it was just like they called the random movie Monster Hunter, but
no, it's based on the game.
It's a video game movie. Wow. Okay, yeah. I'm honestly, I'm down to watch it. Whatever, man. I enjoy Cheese Festus. Yeah, probably more than the next guy.
It's fun. You never know. We may not hate the movie. We might be all right with it, but it'll be interesting to get to do it live with chat and hear what chat has to say. But so stay tuned, chat. We're working on it. Once we can, I don't illegally stream things. Sorry. But anyway. So back to Pompeii, not great, but surprisingly watchable.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy that I watched this after Ben-Hur. I'm happy I watched this after.
Yeah.
But not really the worst thing ever. I don't hate it. It's just, it is what it is. It doesn't insult your intelligence. It's just special effects are okay. There's characters, or it's abs, hot chick, and Atticus, and bad Kiefer Sutherland fight. But yeah, like I was saying, back to Atticus, his arc was almost ruined at the end before he dies because the audience is dumb. So we have to have him say stupid shit to hone in his being free line. That was so bad.
Right.
He ends up fighting the main Kiefer Sutherland's main badass officer. They have a duel, and dude, the guy had him beat. The guy could have literally just walked away, and Echo, I'm gonna call him Echo, Atticus would have just died there, stabbed.
Right.
The guy could have just walked away, but Atticus grabs him, and the guy's like, "No, don't, dude. He's on his knees. You're standing up. Just kick him and walk away." No, and then he stabs him in the neck. I was like, really? So anyway, after that, the best character in the movie stands up. He sees the big wall of Pompeii smoke coming at him, the lava smoke, and it's game over. And he has to. He's the best character in the movie, but they have to give him something dumb to say at the end. And he goes, for those who are about to die, salute you.
Yeah.
What? And then, comically, it looked hilarious. Comically, he's standing like this, and then the wall of smoke completely just destroys him. But right before it destroys him, he said, right before he goes, "I won my freedom." Oh my god!
You know what's funny? When he said that, I'm like, all I can think of is AC/DC for those about to rock. I was like, what? Is that a phrase? For those about to die? I feel like that's not a phrase.
So are you proud now that you're a gladiator? I guess that's what they were going for. He was proud.
Right.
I don't know. Whatever.
it was very unclear. But yeah, I agree. Look, it's not a bad movie. Honestly, if I had seen this at 12 years old, I probably would have loved it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is badass. You know, there's like and people getting attacked and fire.
Yeah.
I would have loved it. But because I'm older and wiser now, I just feel like I see what it is. And it's just an empty, soulless thing.
Yeah.
But it's whatever.
If you were making the movie, what minor tweaks would you? Because this is a tweaker. This is one of those, take the exact same scene and change that. It would have been better.
Well, here's the thing. I think this movie could have been an Oscar-nominated movie if you changed a couple things. First of all, you got to make it longer. Second of all, you got to hire different actors. Kit Harington is fine.
Yeah.
But he's not
leading man status.
Yeah. You got to hire. I mean, it's I don't know, Tom Cruise or something. You got to hire somebody that's going to like really make the movie pop. And then you've got to have more than just the flimsy love story and, you know, the slave gladiator situation going on. Yeah. It could have easily been a really epic fucking movie. Like, this is like one for the ages. Like, wow, they don't like this anymore.
Yeah.
But because it's so, and also the director, like if somebody like Wolfgang Peterson or Spielberg or, you know, or Scorsese or somebody like that had really put time and energy into making a movie like this.
Yeah.
This could have been the most memorable movie of the year. But because we have elements that are very cheeseball and B movie, we get, you know, Hercules in New York, essentially. You know what I
mean? Yeah, so I guess we're in agreement here, chat. Overall, not as low as 28%. What do you think? A little higher.
Yeah, it's definitely a little higher. I mean, between the two movies, this is probably the one I would watch again. If that's that's our metric.
Yes.
I would watch Pompeii again over Ben-Hur, which is like one thing that they would probably play for me if I ended up in hell. They would play Ben-Hur for me. You know,
it's like I wouldn't certify it fresh, but it's definitely not as bad as 28% low. It's not that bad. So there you go, chat. Pompeii, a movie by Paul Wetshit Anderson, won tonight. It won. It was the better of the two. I did not see that coming at all.
Have you done? Forgive me if you have, but have you done the Resident Evil movies?
I have. I've only done the final chapter.
Oh, really?
I hate it.
That's the only thing I haven't seen.
It's bad, dude.
Oh God.
Again, it feels like. But you know how we were like, hey, it doesn't feel like a Paul W. Anderson movie. It's a good movie, like Event Horizon, right? This one, it doesn't feel like a Paul W.S. Anderson movie, but it's terrible. It's like it's the opposite. Wow. And if you want to talk about bad edited fights and quick cut editing, it's even worse than Pompeii.
Jesus,
worse. It's like. It's ugly looking. It just doesn't look right. And it sucks, too, because you have all this, and the story was dumb, but you have all this badass, like, at one point, you know, she gets, like, a shotgun with, like, 4 barrels and some shit. It's like, you think this is the greatest movie ever, right? But no, when you watch it, dude, you're going to hate it, man. It's the worst in the series.
That's saying a lot, too.
As of right now, what's your worst Resident Evil movie?
What's my least favorite?
Yeah, what do you think is the worst since you haven't seen final chapter yet?
Well, here's the thing. For me, I remember the first movie.
Yeah.
And then all run together because they all have like, it's not like part 2, part 3, part 4. It's like afterlife, aftermath, afterbirth, whatever the hell the names are.
Yeah.
I have no idea what goes in what order. And so to me, they're all just a mishmash of movies. Right. I like the first one. I thought the first one was good. I thought the second one was okay.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember what the hell happens in the other. I think there's one was like Firebirds or something.
The third one was like Mad Max setting. It was like post-apocalyptic.
Okay.
I actually didn't mind the third one that much because I'm like, okay, if they're not going to be like the video game and they're going to do its own thing,
right?
Let's go with it. 4 was, I remember 4 was all right. I mean, like these movies they're just mindless. They're not great. They're just mindless.
Right.
But 5 is just the action sucks. The story doesn't make any sense. Like this is from the same guy who wrote the movies. Like you created the universe. But the continuity makes no sense in the fifth one. It makes no sense.
That's the worst. That's the worst.
Yeah, man, it makes no sense. But is that something you're getting ready to do? Are you getting ready, or have you done them already? Have you?
No, maybe I will. Like, I do series right now. I'm in the middle of Silent Night, Deadly Night, so I'm doing all those movies, and those are like only the first one is good, and the other ones are just like you can't believe how atrocious they get. Right. So I might down the line do all the Resident Evil movies, but
yeah,
it's I'll have to add it to the list. I have a lot of movies that people have
that'll be a fun watch. I'll definitely have to check those out on the channel. I'm sure chat will head over to your channel too and check those out. It's fun to hear people rant about it. Let's see here. Okay. Chat, let us know, since we're on the subject, what's your favorite Resident Evil movie?
Please do.
Out of all of them, let us know what's your favorite.
And may I just say, my goal for Christmas Day, which is like 3 days away now, was to get to 750 subscribers.
Yes.
I just got to 730 today, so I'm very happy.
Nice.
I don't know if I'm going to get to 750, but if you guys haven't subscribed and you
bam, change the banner. Look at that. I just changed the banner for you right there.
I would appreciate.
There you go. Chat. Let's get them to 750.
I would appreciate that. But
the Movie Dojo Army has the power.
Movie love. It's going to be great. You guys are going to have a blast.
Yes. Subscribe to Master Chaos.
And I'll tell you what, I think when it comes to something like Pompeii and Ben-Hur, like they knew these movies were going to be one-off type movies. Like they knew this isn't going to be something we're going to make sequels of. So they, instead of like really going for broke, I felt like they really held back when they could have said, hey, let's make the definitive Ben-Hur story.
Yeah.
Hey, let's make the definitive, Pompeii movie. I feel like they really lost an opportunity to really tell that movie. Now Pompeii is kind of like, by the way, thank you, Sci-Fi Century. I appreciate that very much.
Sci-Fi. Subscribing. All right.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. They certainly missed out on the opportunity to say the definitive Pompeii movie, and now Pompeii is tainted. They can never touch Pompeii unless like Netflix does a show.
Right.
That's what's gonna happen, man.
Yeah, I agree. The Resident Evil CGI movies aren't bad. The computer animated movies.
I've heard good stuff about that. I've watched the CG Gantz movies. Do you know Gantz, by the way?
I had is it the second or the first movie that's on Netflix right now?
I don't remember, but
I've had it in my queue forever. It looks awesome. Yeah, I need to watch it.
You gotta watch. Well, you should watch the anime because it's bad ace,
dude. How long has that been up?
Well, it's been out for maybe like 15.
Chat's on it. Chat's subbing right now, brother.
Hey, thank you so much. Appreciate that so much. That really means a lot. That really means a lot. Happy holidays, everybody.
Movie Dojo Army, Master Chaos Army.
Combine. This whole damn thing is a little too much. But Gantz, you gotta watch Gantz. It is an ace, my friend.
Okay, now does it have a beginning and an end, or is it one of those anime that has 800 episodes?
Well, no, it's like I think it's like 2 seasons, and it doesn't technically. It sort of ends. It sort of wraps it up, and it sort of wraps it up quickly because the manga tells like the whole story. But the anime, the first season, I was like, how? This is so amazing. This is such a badass concept. How is Hollywood not making? I actually pitched this all around town, but nobody wanted to touch it. So, but like, this is so badass.
Okay,
it's so
I'm
good.
excited. I'm excited.
The first movie's good. The second movie is okay.
No, is there a live action movie too?
Yeah, there's 2 live action movies, and then there's like a 2-season anime. But fantastic plot.
But then there's the CGI animated movie too, right?
Yes, and then there's a I think it's called Gantz Zero.
Should I bother with the live action movies, or just watch the anime?
Watch the first one. Watch the first one, and then and the second one's okay, but the first one is so good, man.
Oh, damn it!
It's like one of those things you're like, holy shit!
Is the first Blu-ray hard to get? Why am I getting that vibe? It's hard to find.
It might be. It might be. I got it as a bootleg actually at a convention.
Okay. Okay.
I had gotten the anime like at Best Buy, and then at a convention I saw the bootleg. I was like, holy shit, they made a live action. So I got the movies off bootleg.
You got me sold, bro. I'm just gonna buy it. I'm just gonna buy the series.
Man, so
Lady
good.
Fat Blood is even more of a anime fan than I am.
Oh.
So she's gonna love it. She loves gore. She's just like us, bro. Horror movies. She's just like us.
I love it. You're
no romantic bullshit. None of that. Like she's just like
she's gonna love it.
Romance. Horror, action, people getting blown up.
I love it. I think it's so funny, like boo romance. I love it. I think you'll love it too. And
all right, cool. Gantz.
Badass.
All right. I'm gonna make a note.
Thank you guys. Thank you for subscribing. That really means a lot. Merry Christmas to everybody.
Yeah, the Movie Dojo Army is awesome. They're badasses. That's why they're here. The family is growing. Was there anything else you want to talk about, brother? I don't know. I don't want to keep you all night. We talked for a long time, but I don't want to.
I'll probably eventually have to pee because I'm drinking so much.
You want to take a pee break? Why don't you take a pee break? I'll keep talking to chat.
I'm good right now, man.
Okay. You're not wearing pants, are you?
You know what? I probably shouldn't let you know this, but I am. So tell me, thank you, Briscoe. I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody subscribing. That really means a lot.
Look at these guys. These guys rock, man.
Really nice. Really amazing people. Here's the thing that I love about YouTube is that you connect with such amazing, wonderful human beings. And especially now in 2020, that's been such a shitty year. It's so nice. So amazing.
You guys are awesome.
Wonderful, amazing people who care and and we can share similar interests, and that's that honestly that made this year a lot better for me. I made that for you as well.
Yeah. Oh, Briscoe subscribe now. Let's see here. What movie says Master never has pants on?
Usually when I'm filming my daily vids, in my pajamas, but that's all. This is as far as you see.
Hey, the audience doesn't have to know.
Why not? Why not? Look, I mean, I'll tell you what. He told me not to say anything.
Here's a good question.
But Fat Samurai here, he's got his wiener out. He told me.
Yeah.
We started.
Every video, guys. So just imagine that, like every video. J Skull has subbed. Look at this guy. These guys are awesome, dude. David M. Hurd in the house. What's going on, David?
I won't stand up. I promise.
Here's a good question from Sean Holmes.
Okay.
What will happen to the future of the Predator franchise?
Disney Plus.
Okay.
100%. They just announced an Alien TV show. We're going to get an Alien TV series. 100%. 100%. That's what's going to happen. And then potentially a spin-off movie.
On Earth.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Sean. What's his name? Shane Black's movie is dead.
Yeah,
they're not gonna continue off of that TV show, and then we'll see what happens.
Right.
Okay.
I do like the fact that the Alien show is going to be on Earth.
Well, okay. Well, let's talk about that because I worry.
As long as it's not Dawson's Creek. All right. As long as it's not Alien vs. Predator Requiem, Dawson's Creek, the movie. Okay.
Well,
Wet movie. If Chaos stands up, he's going to end the stream. Okay. I'm going to get flagged by YouTube. Okay. It's not going to happen. He's going to knock his camera over if he stands up.
No. Guys, if, because I have kind of an elephant wiener. Anyway, sorry. Too much talking. Let's talk Alien. So if it's on Earth, I'm okay with it being on Earth, but I worry. I wasn't one of the haters for Alien versus Predator. I thought it was an okay movie. It was okay.
It's entertaining. There's parts in it that's entertaining.
Yeah.
It's not great, but yeah.
Right. So, but then you look at like part 2, whatever the hell that was called, Alien vs. Predator 2.
Requiem, yeah.
Requiem, that's right.
Yeah.
That was a movie that was 100% on Earth, modern day.
Right.
And I worry that we're going to get a movie that's going to be watered. Well, not a movie, I guess a show that's going to be watered down. I feel like we haven't really ever explored the alien planet. I mean, I know I'm ignoring Prometheus and
Please.
whatever the other one was. Horrible movies.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So bad.
Alien, dude, they are Alien Covenant defenders, bro. Like they love that movie. And here's what I have to say, and that's fine, to each his own. However, I think it's amazing. It's pretty damn amazing, Hollywood, how the last two movies from Aliens and Predator completely shit on what was cool about Aliens and Predators.
Absolutely.
Completely shit on the lore. That's amazing. How do you achieve that, Hollywood? How?
Yeah.
Pretty amazing. But yeah, go ahead. Your thoughts on the TV show.
No. I absolutely. As somebody said, how do I feel about David Gordon Green directing an extra sequel? I was going to do a video on that. There's so much going on with Christmas stuff. That's weird to me. I feel like The Exorcist should never be touched. I know that they're talking sort of about a remake, requel, kind of like his Halloween. I don't know if I would go near it. Honestly, I would not go near it. But when it comes to Alien, it's important that you keep the franchise together. You keep what we know together.
Right.
Don't add bullshit that's going to retroactively fuck up the rest of the storyline. I mean, that's because we're fans for a reason. We pay attention, you know?
And like, oh my God, dude. Like, you know what? There was no guarantee it was going to be a good movie, but I wish, because look at what the fuck we got, right? I wish Neil Blomkamp's Alien movie would have happened.
Oh, man.
Like I said, there's no guarantee that would have been good.
Yeah.
But I wish that would have happened. I'd rather have that than Alien ruin the franchise Covenant. Alien Covenant was so bad, it ruined Prometheus for me. That's how bad Alien Covenant is. Prometheus, when we got out of the theater from Prometheus, visually the movie's beautiful. Visuals. When we got out of the movie, me and Lady Fat Blood were very quiet. We were like confused and interested at the same time. It like took a while to settle. And then when we rewatched it again, we kind of like, okay, we think we like this, but we're not sure, right?
Right.
But we did like the visuals. That we were in agreement on that. But what kept us clutching on Prometheus a little bit and not completely dismissing it at first was, where are they going with it? Potential. That's the mystery. Like her going off to flying the alien planet with David's head. Like, where is this going now? That's the only interest that kept us. Okay, we're not going to throw away Prometheus yet. We'll leave it on the shelf. And then we get our wish, and it's fucking horrible. It's fucking horrible. Anyway.
All of it was crap. I was never a fan of Prometheus. I thought the Prometheus was just awful, waste of time, completely makes no sense. None of the story points connect. It's almost like 800 different screenwriters wrote this movie.
Right.
No, I was like, I'm done with this movie. Yeah. And then Covenant, I'm like, okay, well, maybe they're going to fix it. Maybe they're going to patch it together. Right. And then get rid of fucking, what's-her-face, Numi Rapace's character. Like, wait a minute. You just set her up as the one who's going to continue the story.
Oh, it's terrible.
In the movie, and then it's a fucking David guy who's like, I'll finger your flute.
Prometheus, David. Might be an interesting character. Maybe. Yeah. Alien Covenant, David. I'll do the fingering. What? What is happening?
Awful, man. Yeah, I fingers crossed on the TV series, but
you know what else made me hate Alien Covenant more was the extra scenes that actually made some of the scenes make sense. They played it only on YouTube and wasn't in the fucking movie.
Yes,
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, there was like a series of like it was like maybe like what 10, 15 minutes of like short film like. Explain what the fuck happened to Numi Rapace. That's so weird.
Yeah, and the two men couple that was in the movie. I didn't even know they were a couple. When I watched the movie, I was like, "Why is this guy so sad that this other guy is dead?" They're best friends, and then you see the deleted scene. They're like married. I'm like, Oh my God! Yay! Knocking it out of the park, Hollywood. Well, the only thing I heard about Predator was, like you said, you're correct. The Predator is dead, and it needs to stay dead. But now they're starting over. So is this a reboot, or is this still in the universe, and we're just making another movie?
Well, it's hard to tell because what I'm guessing and what I'm getting from sources is that it's basically going to be Predator, but like, there's 800,000 Predators all over the world and all over the universe.
Yeah.
So this is just another Predator, doing his thing. So it's essentially in the same world, but it doesn't necessarily have to be, hey, this takes place, after part 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
It's essentially just, here's another alien and he's hunting people. So that's what I'm guessing is going to be the storyline there.
Okay, good. Because you can't remake the original. Just stay away from it.
No.
You can't have another guy play Dutch.
Yeah.
You can't have another Billy. You can't. Just do something new, but just make sure whatever the new concept you're trying to do with Predator, you don't have a little fucking annoying child put on the Predator helmet and go trick-or-treating.
Oh my God, yes. Oh, the trick-or-treating.
What is happening? I was in a comic book shop. I think I posted a picture on Instagram. I may or may not have posted it, but I was walking by Funko Pops, and there was they actually made a pop of the stupid kid with alien Predator. The Predator mask on his head while he's trick or treating, and I took a picture of me flipping it off.
Wow!
And I posted it. I'm pretty sure I posted it on Instagram. Yo.
They made a pop about everything now. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. If somebody bought me that chat, don't get any ideas. If somebody did buy me that pop, I actually would keep it as a reminder. This happened.
Yeah.
What made me hate the Predator even more was finding out behind the scenes studio interference, fucking it up even worse. But what made me hate the movie even more was, you mean to tell me that the original plot, there were going to be more Predators, there were supposed to be more Predators there to face off against the main hunter Predator, and the Predators were going to team up with the mercenary crew that we had in the movie. That was supposed to happen. Yeah, there's photos you can find of big tanks and the mercenaries. The Predators are like in the front. I'm like, whose idea was it to cut this and have fuck it? No, we need the little kid to go around trick or treating with murdering people while trick or treating with the Predator helmet gun. And no consequence for that. Man. I was just like, so mad. But anyway, it sucks too because I actually like the Predator design, not the big CGI bullshit Predator that got killed by fucking Olivia Munn. I'm talking about the star of the Predator that I actually liked the design. It was actually okay. I actually liked it until they fucking killed him off and ruined the movie.
Right.
Oh my God. Godzilla is King is asking, did I play Predator Hunting Grounds? No, I really wanted to. It screamed my kind of game, but I heard it sucks. It's on everybody's worst of the year list. So I'm staying away.
You can only play it online, right?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, if it's a free PlayStation Plus, I'll download it, sure, and I'll try it out.
Yeah,
I was so excited, and I heard it sucked.
But it's one of those things that get online only. I don't love that. I love campaigns. I want to see a story, and I'll play that.
Right.
And I really wanted to love the Predator because I know Thomas Jane. He's a friend of mine.
I liked him in the movie.
This is not like
he's a friend of yours. That's awesome.
Yeah, this is not like a name drop, but I'll share a story. We were working on a Western. I wrote a spaghetti Western style movie, and at Comic-Con, he said, "Hey, I read every script I get." So I said, "Man, Thomas Jane would be badass in this movie." So I emailed him the script on his website. And I get an email like 3 weeks later, and he says, "Hey, I really liked your script. I'd like to meet with you and discuss making it." I'm like, "Oh shit, yes!" So I go to his house in Silver Lake, and like we drink Guinness and we talk westerns, like, and he's like a big westerns fan.
Yeah.
Really nice dude. We spent.
He's perfect for westerns.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We spent a year, almost a year and a half working on this thing, and then it just dissolved. And it's one of like the frustrations of making a movie. You know, it's
that's heartbreaking. That sucks.
And we still stay in touch, and he still wants to make it, but I know he just started a production company. He's doing a Stephen King thing.
Okay.
It's just one of those things. It's like, I was so close.
You never know what'll happen in the future.
Well, I'll tell you what. You're not going to believe this, but I had Nick Nolte, Jeremy Irons, and fucking Al Pacino attached to this movie. And it didn't happen. It didn't happen, bro.
What? How? But Toby, Fire My Agent, Kebbles and Bits, and Jack Houston, and I Don't Give a Fuck, Pay Me Morgan Freeman. That was enough to make that fucking movie.
I'll tell you what, man. It just doesn't make sense. Hollywood just does not make sense. It's frustrating.
It's funny you mentioned that. But yeah, I would have been all board if that would have came out, man. I would have supported you and everything. But what's funny is the DC Comics character Jonah Hex, they made a short on that. A really good short. It was actually a pretty good animated short, and Thomas Jane voiced Jonah Hex, which I thought was cool.
Well, it's funny.
We're not going to talk about the movie of Jonah Hex.
We talked about we talked about Jonah Hex, because he was pissed he didn't get it, because he really wanted.
I'm glad he didn't get it. That movie's horrible. That movie's so bad. And what sucks, what's going on, Daniel? What's cracking?
Yeah.
What sucks is the makeup for Jonah Hex was good. Brolin was good as the character. But everything else around it, dude, I was like, oh, what is happening? This is the fucking Wild Wild West with Will Smith. What is this movie?
Oh, man.
It was terrible. Terrible.
It was bad.
But, Lady Fablet always says that she always says she has a saying that they always they do it twice, or they always have a comeback movie. So it's like Brolin was his bad comic book movie was Jonah Hex, but he came back as Thanos or Cable in Deadpool 2. Michael Fassbender was in Jonah Hex too, right? Came back as Magneto.
Right.
But everybody has their like redo. Green Lantern, Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, his career should have been dead.
Ben Affleck, in a way, you could say.
Absolutely.
Daredevil. Now he's got Batman.
That's a good conversation. Maybe Chad can chime in, please. What do you think about Ben Affleck as Batman? I honestly think he did a great job. Here's the thing.
Here we go, chat. Let's get it started.
I'm a DC fan. I've got a Superman tattoo right here. I'm an all Superman fan. Look at that shit. There you go. Awesome. I love it. I love it.
Death and Return to Superman tat.
Oh, I love that. That's badass, dude.
Yeah, see, chat.
I love that stuff. I love the universe, man.
Yeah. Ghost Rider, Superman.
That's awesome, dude.
Bat symbol, Deadpool.
Oh, that's cool.
Deadpool. I like it all. And I got Dread back here.
Oh, really? Okay, nice. Oh, man.
All right. So, chat. Okay, this is what they're saying here. So Orlando says he liked Ben Affleck, Batman. Gilbert liked Batfleck.
Yeah.
Tribal Chief says Keaton all the way. Let's see. Godzilla's King says, he says he's Team Batman. That's right. Imran, Ben Affleck was dope. Let's see. Unpopular opinion. Jennifer's body is better than Jonah Hex.
That's true. That's very true. That's very true.
Trado is a fan of Ben Affleck Batman. Andre says he was a good Batman. Tribal Chief says Affleck Bruce Wayne is very slick.
Yeah.
And Jay Skull's got to run. He's got to. Hey, have a good one, buddy.
Later,
Thanks
man.
for stopping by. I will, as of right now, before the Zack Snyder cut comes out, as of right now, I will always, me and Lady Fat Blood, we're in agreement. We will always defend BVS Ben Affleck's Batman.
Oh, you're my best friend now, man.
And the director's cut of BVS, we actually like that better. We actually like that better. that version, we will always defend that version. Because
Yes.
we have not up to this point got a Batman that intimidating.
Right.
When you see Ben Affleck's Batman in BVS, you're fucked. You are fucked. You're gonna get stabbed. You grenade get tossed at you. Right. You try to drive away. Machine guns are gonna come out. Your limbs. You're not gonna go away walking. You're gonna be paralyzed. Your limbs are gonna get broken. You're fucked. That's why
right.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of Batman. He's supposed to intimidate you. That's why he's dressed like that. Not because he fucking loves bats. Right. He's just trying to scare you. So, you know, and a lot of people are shouting out Keaton. Keatonism. Amazing.
Michael Keaton bat statue up here. Represent.
There you go, man.
Represent.
And how exciting is it that he's going to be in, what is it, Flashpoint or whatever the new
I think so.
How exciting is that? That's going to be phenomenal.
Yeah.
But Ben captured that sort of like really rough fucking vigilante. You know, people are like, "Oh, Batman shouldn't kill." Batman killed in every goddamn movie. What are you talking about?
Even the Keaton ones.
Yeah. You think the Joker lived? He doesn't fucking live. He doesn't bounce. He's not rubber. He kills in every movie, man.
Dynamite. He put dynamite back on the big guy in Batman Returns and blew him up.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly.
The Batmobile turned around and he set that guy on fire.
Yes.
Anyway, thanks for correcting me, Tribal Chief. I always say Director's Cut. The BVS Ultimate Edition.
Ultimate, yeah.
Better. But unfortunately, by the time we get to Justice League, I can't get on board with that Ben Affleck Batman because for some reason, Joss Whedon said, "Hey, let's turn Batman into Tony Stark." And Bruce Wayne was quipping like even Batman was quips and jokes the whole movie. Like, Batman is not Tony Stark.
Yes, absolutely.
Like BVS, like, do you bleed? Right? BVS, do you bleed? He's telling that to Superman, right?
Right.
And then Justice League, you know, Superman says it to him, and then Batman's like, "Oh shit, I'm lucky I didn't get my ass kicked." I'm like, this is not Tony Stark. Tony Stark would quip like that, right? Like,
right.
So that's what I'm saying with the Zack Snyder cut that's coming with Justice League.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Hopefully, we're getting back on track and having at least the same. You know, it's going to feel like it's part of the same world as BVS.
Absolutely.
Fingers crossed.
Let's continue the conversation. I gotta piss because I've got so much sake in me.
I keep talking.
I'll keep talking. I'll be right back.
Don't knock your camera over. Be careful.
I've got pants on. I've got real.
All right. Chat, let's keep it rocking and rolling. Oh, don't get me wrong, Chad. I love, Keaton, man. I will never forget being young and going to see Batman on the big screen and the 1980 Batman with Michael Keaton. It's 88 or 89. I always forget for some reason. And I remember when I was young, you don't really pay attention to a lot of trailers and TV spots. And I remember seeing a quick TV spot of Keaton crashing down into the museum through the glass. And I remember seeing that, and it was quick. It was over. And I remember going, was that Batman? Like, I wasn't sure. So I didn't see a lot or anything really. And I remember we were walking in the mall one day, me and my sister and my dad, and they're like, "Hey, let's go to a movie." And I was like, "Okay, what movie we're going to see?" We're like, "Oh, let's go. There's a Batman movie out." And man, I was not ready or prepared to be blown away and amazed with that music, the iconic dark Tim Burton classic music. And the audience was packed house. The audience was busting up laughing with Jack Nicholson as Joker. It was such a breath of fresh air. That movie saved comic book movies for that time, because we all know what happened to Superman 4: The Quest for Peace. Unfortunately, didn't really pan out. But that first Batman movie is special to me. So Let's see. What are you guys saying over here? Sean Holmes says, go here. Daniel says the warehouse fight is the best Batman action scene ever. I can't argue with it. How about this, Mr. Chaos? Mr. Chaos, how about this? The warehouse fight is the best Batman action scene ever. What do you think of that?
Oh my God, absolutely. How
can't argue.
Amazing.
I can't argue with
that. Look, if Batman is a guy who's like a vigilante fucking guy who knows all kinds of kung fu moves and like MMA,
yeah,
absolutely, that's what it would look like. He'd break dudes' necks. Like, he's not going to spend 50 minutes fighting one guy. Like, no, break a neck, move this over there, throw a thing over there at that guy.
Yeah,
absolutely great. Yeah,
yeah. Your kneecap is gone.
Yes,
like you're done.
Absolutely.
You're not getting up. You're not getting up. And as much as I really, really enjoy the Nolan trilogy, I have a poster of The Dark Knight right here, the second one.
Yeah.
As much as I enjoy those movies, they're really great movies. Everyone has a favorite though, which is interesting. There's a favorite out of some people love The Dark Knight the most. Some people love Batman Begins. Not that many people are picking the what is it? The Rise of what was the third one again?
Right.
Yeah, not that many people are picking that one as their favorite. But
Rise has so many problems, though. I mean, for me, there's so many plot holes in that movie that, like, I feel like it didn't need to be there story-wise, and that's the problem with that movie.
Right. Still entertaining. It's still entertaining to watch. But
really? Okay.
We really didn't. Back to the Batman warehouse scene in terms of action, spectacle, martial arts, and fight choreography. We really didn't get any of that out of all three Batman movies. We got a taste of that in terms of combat and seeing well-filmed fight choreography in combat. We really didn't get that until Bane fought Batman one-on-one. So the first time they fought, you got a little bit of it. You got some back breaking. He smashes the face mask in. Like, Batman got an ass kicked, right? And then later at the end, when they fought again for briefly, you get to see, Hardy really doing some boxing. Yes. Really, we finally were getting some real like combat. Because as much as I like Batman Begins, let's be honest here. The fight, the editing of the fights throughout the movie wasn't the greatest. I mean, you go from the beginning part where it's basically Highlander and he's training with the ninjas. You can kind of see what's going on because it's swordplay. Yeah. But when he first shows up, it's just you don't see anything, but that was on purpose because that's his debut as the Bat.
Right.
But later you can kind of see a little technique, but I think Nolan showed improvement after each movie. Like in Dark Knight, you could see the movement a lot better. It's not so filmed so close.
Right.
That's why probably out of the three with the fight with Bane, you could really see the movement. It's not all chopped.
Yeah.
But still, compared to the Batman fight scene where you can clearly, the camera goes back, you can clearly see everything. The edits were perfect. There was like 4 or 5 movements before you get a quick cut.
Yeah.
It wasn't punch, quick cut, kick, quick cut. It wasn't like that.
Right.
All of the fight choreography. That's probably the best. That's probably my favorite in terms of melee combat and fighting. That's the best one.
So let's talk about fights real quick. I'm sorry if you've mentioned this before and I just didn't catch it, but do you know martial arts at all? Or it sounds like you do. At least you're a fan of it, right?
I have taken some, yeah.
Okay. So I've done Kung Fu for about 6-7 years.
Oh, shit.
Taekwondo for about a year.
Remind me not to piss you off, man.
No, that's after you take it for a while, it's not about that. It's
I know Fat Fu. I know that Fat Fu.
There you go. So you can see the difference in when fighting really, when fighting really means something. When you're watching an American movie, when you're watching something from China. Yeah. Because if you watch like a Jackie Chan sequence, the camera pulls back, you get a wide shot, and you see the fucking fight.
It's
in America, you know what I mean? So I appreciate stepping back and watching them kick each other's ass.
Yeah.
then I can see, like you're watching a boxing match, you know?
Yeah.
And that's something, that is a problem
Yeah.
with American action movies and specifically martial arts movies. When they try to incorporate that, it's too cutty, you know?
Thank you, Trado. Thank you. I'm showing the skill on the camera there, you know. But
Yes.
no, I totally agree. We're on the same board, you know, growing up with Hong Kong cinema.
Yeah.
It's like, especially in the 80s, that was the golden era, you know.
Absolutely.
There's an old my favorite kung fu movie from the Shaw Brothers era of all time for me is the 8-Diagram Pole Fighter starring Gordon.
My God.
Jesus Christ.
We're like brothers. That's like one of my favorite fucking movies.
Dude.
That's
like,
insanely good.
That end fight is one of those fights where you're like, how fucking long did it take them to do this?
Oh.
Like, how long?
That's the shit that's like, okay, these guys are either super talented or insanely practiced, because then it's just like, but I mean, off the wall. There's another movie that I really love. That's a Shaw Brothers movie. Not a lot of people know this movie, but it's one of the best fight movies I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
It's called Mad Monkey Kung Fu.
Oh yeah, I seen. Yeah.
So good, man. So many good things in that movie. Oh, fantastic movie.
Yeah, that's another classic. Let's see. They're calling me the Sammo Hung of YouTube. I'll take that. Yeah. I met Sammo Hung. I met Sammo. I got my picture with him.
Did you really? Oh, that's so great, man.
Down in this years ago, down in Hollywood, they were re-releasing Pedicab Driver.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen that one?
Yeah, long time ago.
Good fights in that, Sammo Hung. Good fights. They re-released it just for fun, and then they had it on the TV. And Benny the Jet Urquidez was there. I met him, but Sammo was there, and he did like a Q&A at first, and then we showed the movie and all that. And then afterwards, he was still just down there chilling. So I walked down there, and there were people there, in case somebody got stupid. And I said, "Hey, you got a big fan? Can I take a photo?" And took the photo with him. Yeah, maybe one day I'll show chat.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, very very nice guy. But it says, does anyone remember the movie Iron Monkey?
Yeah, Jet Li. Right?
Well, now you know what's coming next. Jet Li.
Isn't Jet Li in that?
Iron Monkey?
Maybe I'm thinking of another Iron Monkey.
Are you thinking of Once Upon a Time in China or something?
No, hold on. I'm gonna look it up right now.
Iron Monkey stars Lou Diamond Phillips.
No.
I'm kidding. The story. It's starring Donnie Yen. But chat knows the story. But I might as well tell you really quick.
All right, go ahead.
So when they released, because of the fame, because of the popularity of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon came out, and America's never seen anything like that. Hong Kong's seen stuff like that for years, but it was new to us. It was new to the mainstream audience, right? So they were like, well, hey, if they're okay with this wire fu wuxia movie, let's bring over some older movies. So let's bring over 1993's Iron Monkey starring Donnie Yen. So it's an old movie, but fuck it. Let's re-release it. So they re-released it in the theater. I went to go see it. So I'll never forget this. So me and my buddy were watching the movie. We've seen it already. We already have it on like VHS, right? But we were like, we want to see it on the big screen. So we're watching it. We're enjoying it. When Donnie Yen shows up and he starts fighting, there was like 4 dudes behind us. And as soon as he shows up and he starts kicking and doing all this crazy stuff, they go, hey, man, ain't that Lou Diamond Phillips? And yeah, man, I think you're right. I did that. Lou Diamond Phillips. I ain't seen Lou Diamond Phillips in years. What's the last thing we saw Lou Diamond Phillips in with some young guys? Oh, man, look at him. He still got the moves, man. And me and Fat Ninja was with me. We were dying, laughing so hard. We were in tears. And it was like till the end. Like till the end. Hey man, no, Lou Diamond Phillips. Like they were convinced that was Lou Diamond Phillips. Yeah. So if any Donnie Yen / Lou Diamond Phillips jokes you hear me say or post, you'll get it. I think it was a couple of months ago. I posted a picture of Donnie Yen from Iron Monkey, and I was like, Iron Monkey, one of Lou Diamond Phillips' best works. And the comments were like, Lou Diamond Phillips, like they're so confused. I was laughing because people, the movie Dojo Army that they were there. They know they were laughing. They get the joke.
Right.
That's the Lou Diamond Phillips Iron Monkey story too.
Oh my God. Well, hey, you know what? Let's talk Donnie Yen. Donnie Yen is a badass, man. I am such a fan. He has, I mean, honestly, almost every movie of his delivers. Even the most recent one, I don't know if you saw Enter the Fat Dragon. I thought that was pretty good.
I've been wanting to see that for a while. I heard that was funny.
It's great. I mean, then he's got the movie, I think it was on Netflix. I don't know if it still is, called Kung Fu Killer, which kind of like a kung fu slasher movie. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I reviewed that like a long time ago. That was a good one, though. That was a good one. Stay away from the Iceman movies.
Oh, yeah.
Those are terrible.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Kung Fu Killer was dope. Have you seen Dragon?
Which Dragon?
It's just called Dragon. You're thinking of Legend of the Red Dragon, but it's just Dragon. And it's almost like the history of violence type storyline. Where I don't want to ruin it for you if you haven't seen it, but
I'll look it up.
It's a period. Yeah, it's one of his best movies that nobody really talks about.
Okay,
it's a period piece movie, and it's a mystery movie. And if you can kind of remember, I'm sorry, not his. Wait, I'm sorry. No, it is history of violence. Yeah, it's kind of similar in terms of like, is he really this character we're looking for? Did he change his identity? It's like a mystery type movie. But there is martial arts. There's not a lot of martial arts, but the martial arts there is really good. And do you know who Jimmy Wang Yu is?
Yes, absolutely.
One of his best roles in his whole career.
Wow, really? Okay. Yeah. Did you know?
Like, when I see Jimmy Wang Yu movie, like the good ones, they're fun to watch, right? They're fun to watch. But I was never intimidated by Jimmy Wang Yu. When he's sword fighting and one-armed swordsman and all that stuff, I'm like, yeah, cool. This is fun, big body count. But I never was scared.
Right.
Of Jimmy Wang Yu. When you watch Dragon, you're gonna be like, dude, where the fuck did this performance come from? But yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, now I gotta watch that. Yeah, I'm a big Jimmy fan. He was the guy who took Bruce Lee's last role. Actually, I'm blanking on the name of the movie, but he was gonna make.
Was that the Man from Hong Kong?
Yes, the Man from Hong Kong. Yeah, that's that he was gonna make with George Lazenby.
Yeah,
and then
I ran into him, but you know what? It was at Dragon Con, I think, when I went with Brendan a while back.
Oh, nice.
As soon as I walked in, George Lazenby walked out. I was like, damn it, is that George Lazenby? Is that
awesome?
Is that Lou Diamond Phillips? Yeah. So anyway, let's see. A Man Called Hero was a lot better than Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
What is that one?
Visually, visuals probably not. Crouching Tiger's a better looking movie, but some of the fights in Man Called Hero was fun. There was some interesting fights in that though.
You know what's an interesting movie? I don't know.
The Swordsman. It's a movie coming out next year. Watch the trailer. I'll send it to you.
Oh, okay, yeah. Please do.
The Swordsman looks sick.
Nice.
It looks sick.
Have you seen the Keanu Reeves movie, The Man from Tai Chi?
Yes.
Oh, that's great shit, man. That's such a fun movie.
Hold on. Let's see.
What do we got here?
See what Rotten Tomatoes gave A Man.
Chat, hurry up. What do you think? Man from Tai Chi was given by Rotten Tomatoes? I'm gonna say, I don't know. I'm gonna say 40%.
Because if it's low, bro, we're gonna do another episode together. This might be our next episode.
Oh my god,
maybe. All right, here we go. I'm typing it in right now. Here we go.
Oh, I remember Zoo Warriors a long time ago. I honestly don't have any thoughts on it, but I remember that film.
Whoa. You're going to be blown away, dude. I'm stunned.
I think they liked it. I'm scared.
I am stunned.
Okay,
and
go ahead.
You know what? How much you want to bet? Because everyone's back to loving Keanu Reeves now.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
If we looked this up before John Wick came out,
yeah,
I guarantee you this would have been low.
Oh, that's true.
But fuck it. We'll take it. Right?
Yes.
Dude, 70%.
Wow.
I am stunned.
And no one talks about that movie. That's great.
The critics gave it 70%. The audience sucks because the audience only gave it 50. I'm like, really?
Wow.
Usually it's the other way around. But
Yeah.
dude, I am very surprised.
Wow.
Let's talk about that one. Let's see here. Section People just sent me the Gantz link for Amazon so I can check it out.
Oh, nice. There you go.
Still got 31 people hanging out with us, man. This is awesome.
Crazy. Hey, thank you everybody for hanging out. I really appreciate
the heroic trio, man. That's another one right there. It's another fun one.
Heroic Trio is great. Is that the Michelle Yeoh one? Is that the one?
Michelle Yeoh, Maggie Chung, and
Maggie.
Oh my God, Anita Mui.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of Executioners though.
You know,
something was off with the sequel. I don't know what was it. Something was off.
Honestly, it's hard. Like, you know, well, let's talk. Like, for example, Police Story. I love Police Story Part 1.
Yeah.
Police Story Part 2 is good.
Yeah.
But it's one of those like, I feel like Part 1 was so phenomenal that the second
overall everything was good. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that. I don't know. There's something about martial arts and sequels, and then the way that the Chinese plot stories that it's just kind of like, I don't know.
Well, that was the revenge. That was the revenge movie for the director that fucked him over in America. Did you know that?
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, what's the story behind that?
So the director that did The Protector, didn't know what he had, and for some strange movie, for some strange reason,
hey, I'm the one drinking here, pal.
He tried to turn Jackie Chan into like a Clint Eastwood type character.
Oh,
like no, that's not Jackie Chan.
Excuse me.
The movie in terms of martial arts fights was very tame. It wasn't really that great.
No,
and it bombed. And Jackie Chan was kind of pissed off about it, and he went back and made a Hong Kong version of The Protector. So it's the same movie, but he added a few more scenes to it, and the fight he had with kickboxer champ Bill Superfoot Wallace at the end of the movie, he actually enhanced that. He undercranked the camera a little bit so it flowed smoother and faster to make the fight more exciting.
Yeah,
and Bill met up with him, and they added extra. They made the fight longer.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
So if you see Bill kick or punch Jackie Chan, and he like flies back against the fence, and then comes back off the fence and punches him, you're watching the extended version. You're watching the Jackie Chan fight because that's nowhere in the American version.
Oh,
but because of his failures in America, Battle Creek Brawl bombed. Nothing was working for him in America. And then when he finally got The Protector, was a shit show. He was like, all right, fuck this director. I'm going to show him how it's done. Went back to Hong Kong and made Police Story.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when the director, this is all true, when the director saw Police Story, his mouth dropped. He had no idea the talent he had. And I was like, wow. And Police Story, look, love Tango and Cash, man. We just talked about Tango and Cash not too long ago.
Right.
Tango and Cash copied Police Story. Brandon Lee's Rapid Fire copied Police Story. And Bad Boys 2, Electric Boogaloo, copied Police Story. That movie is still being copied today.
Oh, my God.
Glickenhaus. Thank you, Tribal Chief. That's his name, Glickenhaus, the director.
Glickenhaus. Okay. His name will live in infamy from here on.
Let's see.
Jeez, man.
Daniel's asking, what kind of sake is that?
What is the name here? It's hard to read because I'm kind of in the dark. It's Gekken. Gekion.
Oh, we're getting lit up. We're getting lit up. We might get lit up tomorrow. Fuck it. Fuck getting lit up on Christmas. I might drink a little something tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I might drink something tonight at midnight.
Why not? Why not?
Oh, no, fuck it. Do a little drunken boxing here.
Yeah.
Fredo is asking us, did we like the one-armed swordsman with Jimmy Wang Yu? Yes. Yeah. Mentioned that earlier. Great. You know what? I actually enjoy this. I like the second one better. I like Return of the One-Armed Swordsman. I like that one better.
Yeah. They blend together. I don't know if I've actually even seen it, to be honest.
It's probably storyline wise, the first one was like the big hit. The first one was kind of changed the game for that time. Nobody's seen a movie like that. But in terms of like action set pieces, the Return of One-Armed Swordsman blows it away. And then you get the new One-Armed Swordsman, played by David Chang, which is a totally different character and version, but that one's good too, man. The fight with David Chang versus like 100 dudes on a bridge is like ridiculous. Like it's amazing.
I love that.
Have you seen Martial Club?
Martial Club? No, I don't know that one.
Dude, Martial Club. It's from the director of Mad Monkey Kung Fu, A Diagram Pole Fighter. That guy, 36 Chambers. He did that one. Martial Club. Gordon Liu this time is playing Wong Fei Hung.
I love Gordon Liu, man.
Yeah. Awesome. The fight scenes in Martial Club are really good. So make sure you check out Martial Club. But one of the best fight scenes I've ever seen in my life. That might be on Amazon Prime. I mean, you'll have to watch it dubbed, but at least you can watch it.
Right. I'm going to look that up.
The fight scene at the end, the one-on-one fight scene Gordon Liu has with Wang Lung Wei, is one of the best one-on-one fight scenes I've ever seen, and especially for that time, for that era, it's one of the best I've ever seen. It's because I don't want to ruin it for you, but he meets Wang Lung Wei in like this tiny little alleyway, right? And it's brick walls, so they start brawling in the alleyway, and the alleyway actually curves too. So it's really interesting. Great camera work.
Oh, interesting.
Above shot camera work while they're fighting, doing technique, all that stuff. But what's awesome about that fight is it gets smaller and then closes in more. So they're getting even more creative while trying to hit each other. It's great.
Wow.
It's one of the best, dude.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay.
Brendan wants to have kids with you.
Okay.
I think Brendan is drinking some. I think Brendan's on some. I think he's on the sauce. Are you on the sauce?
He doesn't drink. He rarely drinks, but maybe tonight he's got a pair of ovaries he wants to get use out of. I don't know.
He's motivated, man. He's sipping on the scissor. Thoughts on flying guillotines? If we're talking guillotines, if we're talking the Shaw Brothers one, is that what we're talking? Thank
you, Nate Dogg. Appreciate that.
Oh shit, that's right, Nate Dogg. You guys rock, man.
Oh, actually, let me check. I didn't even check the thing. That's awesome. Hey, man, I really appreciate everybody subscribing. That means a lot to me. I look forward to chatting with you every day.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Yeah, 739. Not bad.
I remember flying guillotines being fun. The old Shaw Brothers one. I remember that being
badass. Yeah.
But it's all about when you think of flying guillotine, whatever the fuck. I think I'm drunk too. I think you got me drunk somehow.
So, yeah, I've thrown it at you.
Is master of the flying guillotine, Jimmy Wang Yu. Please tell me you've seen Master of the Flying Guillotine.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many fucking flying guillotine movies there are. I've seen one. I'm pretty sure it's the main one, right? So isn't Master the main one?
Well, there's two old Shaw Brothers ones.
Okay.
By a different actor. But Master of the Flying Guillotine is the one everyone remembers and talks about. Because that's the one with Jimmy Wang Yu. And he has one arm, so he's the one-arm boxer in that one.
Right. There
was a one-arm boxer movie, so this kind of sequeled that. But Master of the Flying Guillotine was great, dude. That like old school cult classic. I wouldn't be surprised if Street Fighter borrowed from that movie because he got the guy from India, his arms extended. Do you remember that?
Yes. Yeah.
Like I wouldn't be surprised, but
oh my God.
We had the pleasure when that got remastered. They actually released it in another theater down in Hollywood, and me and my buddy Edgar actually went and we saw it on the big screen. It was so much fun, dude.
Nice. Yeah. Here's the thing for me, because I grew up in Miami, so we didn't really have any repertory house showing like old movies. Like the first old movie I saw in theaters was I think AFI was releasing Mr. Deeds Goes to Town or something like that, or Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, one of those.
Yeah.
So I would go to that stuff and be like, wow, I can't wait. I can't wait to see these old movies that I love on the big screen. Then when I moved to LA, oh my God, what a fucking boon for me as a movie fan to see all the movies on the big screen. So I remember it was the Silent Movie Theater, and they had a big Shaw Brothers month, and they showed all of these goddamn movies.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Oh, it was amazing, and that's how I watched all of that stuff. I mean, it was just so much fun, and instantly became a fan. And to this day, it's one of those things. It's like I remember that experience of watching it in theaters because. Oh. Where I most people just discovered them on VHS.
Yeah, that's all I did. DVDs, man. That was it.
Oh man,
it wasn't really until Celestial Pictures bought the rights to Shaw Brothers and they started remastering them on DVD. Really, it wasn't until they started, and now.
Yeah.
But we don't have a lot of them on Blu-ray, unfortunately, though.
Yeah.
Have you seen Opium and the Kung Fu Master?
Which one?
Opium and the Kung Fu Master, starring T. Lung. Have you seen that one?
No, I have not seen that one.
Put that on the list.
We'll write that down right now.
A small Blu-ray company bought the rights to that movie and remastered it, and then they went out of business. I have it. I actually have it on Blu-ray.
Nice. Okay.
It's rare. It's rare now because that company is no more. But I have it. So I'm happy. But yeah, Opium and Kung Fu Master is dope, dude.
Oh, man. I love that stuff. And for me, what I love about Donnie Yen is that he's keeping that type of movie alive. He's making, obviously they're modern because they have to be.
Yeah.
But he's doing his best to keep that style of movie alive. And
it's not, I totally agree with you. And I think half of that is Donnie Yen evolved as well, because we'll get traditional kung fu movements, but then we'll get MMA shit in there, like the end fight at the end in Flashpoint.
Oh, dude,
that was straight MMA, dude. Like grappling, submission holds, like that was awesome, dude.
Yeah.
And whatchamacallit, still one of my favorites is Killzone.
Killzone is awesome, man.
Dude. Before we watched Killzone, we watched a bootleg. Well, a buddy of mine got a bootleg and brought it over, and it was called. It's SPL is the Hong Kong title for it.
Yeah,
right? Dude, it was a edited, friendly version. When we watched it, sorry, chat, spoilers for Killzone. When we watched it, guess what? Donnie Yen did not die.
Wow.
Yeah, Donnie Yen did not die, and Simon Yam did not die on the beach. They took it out, so the movie feels like a happy ending. So when Donnie Yen has that really cool fight with Sammo Hung, and he throws him over the bar, and then he stops and pours some for his homies and drinks.
Yeah.
They cut there. They don't show what happens afterwards.
What?
And we didn't know. We did not know this.
Wow.
Right? And Salmon Yam, he's playing with the little girl on the beach, because he's like her guardian. He doesn't die and collapse on the beach there. She plays, and then it goes to credits.
Wow.
And then when Killzone finally got released on DVD by Dragon Dynasty, we bought it and put it in, and we were like, holy shit, is this happening? Like Sammo Hung's throwing Donnie Yen out of the, through the glass to his death.
Wow.
Donnie Yen falls down and kills Sammo Hung's daughter and wife.
Wow.
Like that blew our mind because we first saw it. I was like, what the fuck? Who edited this? Disney? Why was this edited? Yeah, so it was bizarre. But still, Killzone is like top 5.
Killzone, yeah.
Top 5 Donnie Yen right there.
Awesome movie. Well, here's the thing about China. They're so strict when it comes to editing and the stuff that they won't allow.
Yeah.
You get stuff like Wolf Warrior, which is a badass movie, but it's very much a, beat the drum, home-based kind of like, yay for China type of movie.
A little bit of propaganda, yeah.
Yeah, it's a super.
Did you see Wolf Warrior 2?
Well, Wolf Warrior 2, yeah. It's a good example.
That was such an ridiculously over the top entertaining B movie.
Oh,
I had so much fun with Wolf Warrior 2.
yeah,
so ridiculous. I loved it. It was so ridiculous.
It's a wild movie, but that's what China does. There's so much about the propaganda that it's not so much about the reality of the story and things like that. They don't really care about that. But it's like, hey, does China look good? That's all that matters,
Pretty much.
Oh my God.
Man, I'm telling you, I'm having a blast talking, but we're probably going to have to wrap it up now. I hate to do that. I hate to do so. Unless we just end this stream and then we just come back on later. But knowing you're probably going to be a little tipsy.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. We don't want you drunk on camera in front of YouTube, in front of the world.
Well, why not?
It's weird.
In my videos, I'm usually drinking something. So
Oh, next time we hook up, man, I'm gonna be drinking with you. I'm not gonna be alone this time.
Please
we're both gonna be so blazed. We're gonna be doing drunken boxing on screen. We're gonna be so like
this, like we're having like a fight sequence. People get to see both angles at the same time. It's fantastic.
I gotta send you those videos though. That Steven Seagal clip. I got Steve Seagal clip and all these other stuff. I gotta send you, but chat, you guys fucking rock. You're a bunch of badasses. Thanks for hanging out with. We had like 30 people with us the whole night.
Thank you so much. Really
30, 40 people hanging with us. You guys are awesome. The Movie Dojo Army is helping build the Master Chaos Army. That's right.
I appreciate that. 750. That was my goal for Christmas. So that thank you so much for
Oh, they're calling for it. We've been talking martial arts, so they're calling for it. Hold on. We have to end it with the classic Jean-Claude Van Damme dance.
Oh boy.
Good for you, chat. Because you guys are
oh, man. Well, really wanted to see that.
But yeah, brother, we'll keep in touch. We'll do more of these. I'm doing more live streaming now than anything else, but it's fun, and it's fun to talk to the Army, Movie Dojo Army. Chat, thanks again for hanging out with us. Anybody who's here that's new tonight, don't forget to subscribe to Master Chaos TV. And if you want, you can subscribe to me if you're bored,
Oh, this way. There you go. That's pointing at him. Yeah.
Yeah. Join the Movie Dojo Army. Become one of us. One of us. But yeah, man, we'll do more of these. Talk horror movies. Talk movies in general. And cheers, my brother. Now, you don't have to go away. I'm just going to end the stream. All right.
Absolutely.
All right,
thank you so much, man.
Have a good one, guys. I might have some videos up next week. We'll see. Take care, guys.
Cheers.